With Greece. I hope all this stuff works. Jaggers Bruins in here. What's up, Jaggers? Let me see if they can hear us. I don't know.
I do not do a podcast of some event. I don't do anything without using I think we're live. Jaggers Bruins in here. What's up?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Let me see if they can hear us.
Drinking.
I don't know.
I can hear you. Can you hear me yet?
Okay, one sec. So you're good. It's pulling my audio through, so I've got to go to audio, mofo. Yeah, I'm going to make this a lot bigger. It's all coming back to me now. What's going on, everybody? What up, Jaggers? Let's go to this.
Can't really hear me.
No, yeah, I gotta play around with some stuff. Do that.
What's going on, Northwest?
Everyone knows the routine. I always blow it. Business as usual. Why doesn't it let me grab this one?
Yeah, I don't even
Oh, that's the claw hammer logo. Let me get rid of that.
You can just put that over my face.
Yeah, let me just throw that one straight in the trash. There we go. It's cool. Kim Hill, what's going on, brother? How's everyone doing tonight? We gotta get the Thebrusho in here. So Thebrusho would be. We'll do that.
Check.
That probably just killed it on my end.
I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
And then audio output. And let's go to headphones. And if it doesn't work, I have to delete it and then bring it back on and then do whatever. What up? What's going on, Brian? What's up, Teach? How are you, Brush?
What's up, elementary? Nice. See, you're green, so you could hide.
I'm going to be way louder than you. I'm always the loudest dude in the room, but I can turn my shit down.
I have to delete it and then bring it back on and do whatever.
Can they hear me? Can you guys hear me all right?
What up? What's going on, Brian? What's up, Teach? How are you?
I think I have an echo now. Oh. Perfect time for lunch. Beers in Australia. My man, what's up, Cresswell? All right, we'll figure this out. Can you still hear me on your end?
I can hear you. Yeah,
You can hear me?
sound great
Okay.
too. Yeah.
Cool. Do headphones.
We could just do. We could just talk, and they could just lip read us.
Put on captions. YouTube
Yeah.
captions. But you would be audio output capture.
Blackwood says audio good now.
Oh, really? Did that work? Good to go?
Let us know. Can you hear me?
Headphones. We can just do. We just talk.
Yeah, we're good.
Check.
Does anybody have an echo? Check one. Check one.
Check two.
Blackwood, what's up? How's everyone doing tonight?
Wow.
Back off, war child, seriously.
I think we all need to drink some beer. I think it's been too long. I'm like 3 days sober after spending like $500 on beer the 3 days before that. So I guess I'm due.
Yeah,
Or
make
maybe
up some
not.
time.
Yeah, man. Well, we got the Thebrusho here tonight. We're gonna be hanging out in the next couple days. Kind of got drunk and
Yeah.
bought a plane ticket to San Diego. Bought a camera in the same month. Probably not what you should be doing, but we're here. We're going. We're drinking beers, and we're tell us about the porch bomb you got today.
Yeah, I got an epic porch bomb from you. All kinds of stuff. Yeah, that's in it.
Okay,
That
cool.
was a Mexican lager, right?
Yeah, silver GABF.
And then
see
what
it on
else
the
we got
back?
here? We got a little. Oh, that IPA of some sort.
Yeah, Paper Crowns. I'm gonna drink that with you too.
Oh, nice silver.
I sound like
Sweet.
Nicolas Cage. I'm losing my voice too, so it's probably even a little bit raspier.
Yeah, I got
Patrick
that.
Sandy, what's up, man? Are all these working?
Wow. Of course,
Back
I got
off, war
the
child,
Yingling.
seriously.
Got the Yingling. Can't get that out there in the Californias.
No.
Yep,
No. But the piece de resistance.
there it is.
Is
PB&J.
Yeah, if I can get it to focus.
Have you heard about that beer yet?
Only from you.
Only for me.
But
Yeah.
I saw the pictures of the line, so it was hype, right?
Yeah, that is no joke, and people are starting to do it now. I said it before, I'll say it again. Beers come in the new Doritos flavors, and I don't have a problem with that. If it's good and it keeps people at breweries, then if you have a problem with it, it's your problem, you know, because I love that PB&J beer. And it's just one of those things where if you don't have it, or if you've never had it, you're like, what? There's no way, that's disgusting. And then you try it and you're like, I get it.
Yeah, I mean,
got it.
I'm stoked. I've never had anything like this. So
We'll drink
It does
that
contain
one.
peanuts.
Yeah, we'll do, and we're going to make the video, right? We're going to try to clone it.
Yeah, I think we should. We should like each try and make it, and then maybe I'll come out to you and then taste them together or something.
That'd be cool. I talked to the owner of the company and he said he'll give us the recipe.
Oh.
Or do you want to kind of do it your way? Because people are making them now. There's a PB&J. I think it's in Georgia. People are catching on. You know how
Yeah.
it works. As soon as someone has a beer that sells, that could be the new trend.
That's pretty cool that I'll give you the recipe. Like,
Yeah, you know, it's super cool. It's have at it, live your life, put it on the internet. If anything, like we've always talked about it, it's promotion. You know, homebrewers going to brew it, talk about it, spread the word. And, you know, if someone's like, oh, I'm going to steal your recipe, it's like, good luck starting a brewery and you know what you're doing and being successful.
and there's so much more beyond just like the recipe too.
It's
It's like the person that's brewing it.
yeah, execution, the system, the distribution. How cool is your tasting room? Do people even want to show up? Is it in a mall? Is it just some shitty place with no one's got any desire to go to? Or, you know, is it a cool spot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. How's it going in San Diego? How's the craft beer scene down there? Are they still popping up left and right?
It seems like it's really slowed down. I mean, I haven't seen like a lot of new places popping up at least. And like I haven't talked to Trevor recently since he's made like changes over there, but
Yeah.
like things are like just kind of slow.
Yeah. I was reading, what's the article, Brewbound? What's the big website?
Like SD Beer News or
No,
craft
it's
beer.
the big one. I think it's Brewbound.
Okay.
But it wasn't California. It was, I think it was Minnesota. It was the Twin Cities. It was like 17 breweries went out of business this year.
Jeez.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think if it affects one big city, it's probably affecting them all. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you watch Tangled Foot's video on why craft beer is kind of?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
It was a good video. I mean, he was pretty much talking about like way back in the day, breweries didn't have tasting rooms. You know, it was just to get
Right.
beer out there to the distributor. Now it's you're trying to host a cool party, which really has nothing to do with the beer.
Right. Just pick a hang spot.
Pick a hang spot, and you know, 10 or 15 years ago, it was really cool to find that brewery, that hideout behind this, you know, Rancho Santa Fe Road or whatever. And now it's not cool, or as cool.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. But it was a good video. Shout out to Tanglefoot out there in Austin, Texas.
Yeah. He's got a great channel.
He's got a good channel. He's doing it
Kyle
all.
did Kyle did a video. Clamor was like what homebrewing dead, kind of like I feel like you did that video, but his own spin on it. Homebrewing is dead.
Yeah, he kind of went more off the analytics of people searching stuff. Just
Mhm.
what people are, I guess, Google searching or YouTube searching. And I don't know. Because Kyle's he keeps everything to the chest, as he should, you know. But I don't know if the home brewing thing's bigger or the distilling thing's bigger. I just don't know. So, you know, maybe if one's up or one's down, one could be up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know what affects the trends in distilling. I don't know. Maybe college is opening up programs or whatnot. But I think distilling's a lot more popular than homebrewing.
It seems like. I mean, still, it's got a huge channel.
He's got a huge channel, and there's a really shitty homebrew store out here. And I just went in there. I was like, literally the worst selection of anything. And the little old lady behind the counter was like, yeah, it's all for people making silly water. All moonshiners. What's up, 108 Ales? What's up, dog? Patrick Sandy picked up some golden raspberries a while ago, making a golden raspberry golden ale. Sounds pretty golden.
Double golden.
Yeah.
That's sweet. Well, I guess the golden raspberries are like actually yellow, right?
I don't know.
I don't know. They're supposed to be sweeter. I guess all golden fruits or yellow fruits are supposed to be sweeter.
Couldn't tell
So
you.
they say.
Thebrusho knows. You got a video coming tomorrow? I got a video coming tomorrow.
Video tomorrow. Yeah, I've been working on it. cider video. So I did like a bourbon cider, basically. Trying to do the barrel age thing without needing a barrel.
Without
it turned out
spending
pretty good.
$300.
Yeah, yeah.
Cheers to that.
Yeah, it should be good.
Big shout out to my homie Nick Grubb. I just sent him a link to the chat. Got some people I think in Knoxville might be on the stream tonight, checking it out.
Nice.
Came out here trying to kind of mellow out, stop my drinking and chill out, but I'm probably partying harder more than ever now. It's only a matter of time. Next year I'll be in
Right.
Chattanooga or Asheville or something. Year after that, God only knows. Patrick Sandy, yeah, golden raspberries are yellow and they are delicious. Back to your video though, you're still killing it. You're putting out videos consistently. How's your YouTube morale? Always flowing.
Morale's pretty good. I have noticed that like views in general are down. It seems like,
Okay.
but I don't know. I'm still making stuff. I'm still doing stuff, and the core like people that are really into homebrewing, I think are still there. It's just like
Sure.
the people that were riding the wave. I think of like COVID or something. You
Sure.
know, having extra time,
Yeah.
just aren't around us more.
You know what I need to do tonight? I'm going to kick my sour keg. Scout's honor, I'll kick that keg tonight. I lifted it up the other day. There's not that much left. But it is the time of the year, right? People are going to be buying homebrew stuff, and that's going to get people brewing. You figure that views might be up, or products might be up, or homebrew stores might be doing a little bit better.
Yeah, maybe we'll see like a resurgence.
That'd
in
be
the early
cool.
part of the year. That'd be sweet.
Is Carlsbad Brew Supply still around? Is that the one?
Yeah, I was there. I was there the other day.
Rahul, how's he doing?
It seems like they're doing all right. I don't know.
That's an interesting dude for damn sure.
It's an interesting space. I've never been to a homebrew shop where like they don't let you like touch anything. Like they do everything for you.
It didn't used to be like that. He's probably still freaked out from COVID.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And the wife and then Enzo was the barrage in there.
Maybe. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, the place is like 10 by 8, you know, there's,
Yeah, super small.
you got to get to the back, man. What's up, Gnomski? Love you too, big dog. Everybody, happy holidays, happy new year. Really quick, I want to
Happy Hanukkah.
happy Chanukah, happy Kwanzaa. Really quick, I want to give a big shout out to Stephen Plass, who was, he tipped $100 3 weeks ago when I think,
Damn.
yeah, I think it was Clawhammer Supply. Maybe Emmett was on. Or maybe it was Noam and Ollie Eyes. And then I want to give some big love to Northwest Small Batch Brewing for always showing love, man. Steven out there, the content killer.
Wow.
What up, Knothead? What's up, Raj?
Back off, war
Hot
child.
Tip
Seriously.
Thursday.
Yeah,
That's
who's
the
been
bet.
putting out content lately? Brian's on a good one. You're on a good one. Apartment Steve's on a good one.
Apartment Steve,
I don't know
yeah.
how Apartment Steve does it.
A kid now too.
I don't know how he does it.
Yeah,
more power.
Brulosophy's been posting.
Philosophy, Clawhammer's on a good one. Kyle told me, he's like, dude, I'm burned out. This is the hardest I've ever worked on. I think YouTube, and I think he edits everything now.
I was gonna ask, is he doing all the editing and everything?
I think so, and he can kind of freelance guys for day jobs, day gigs, but I think for the most part, it's him grinding. So shout out to him, man. And yeah, I'm putting out like a bartending for beginners video tomorrow, and it's cool. I got a buddy who I work with, 23-year-old kid named Danny, really good kid. He's got a camera. He knows multimedia. He wants to get into this stuff. He's got a very good handle on his alcohol. You know, he's not just going to come over to my house and see my bar and be like, oh, let me get a shot. You know, how I would have been at his age. And we made some drinks and we shot a video. And I took this camera, or I took this, see this Rode video mic stand, I
Yeah,
guess,
yeah.
right here. So I took this part off and I Jimmy rigged it to my new camera, my Sony A6100. So I was able to kind of move it around and, you know, connect this to my kitchen table. Does that make
Yeah.
sense? So you've got kind of like a tripod and a monopod kind of combined. It's got
That's
the,
really cool.
yeah. So just trying to figure out ways we can shoot stuff and get the shot, and we can do it with 2 cameras and not 3. Because typically everything you watch, like a Martha Stewart show or more
Right.
kind of traditional shows where they're just laved up, it's the straight on shot, and then someone's pretty much always on their hands, and then someone else is kind of moving around with their face. So that's just too many people in my kitchen. I don't want to have another camera. There's just too many cords and tripods as is.
Right.
But
Right. Yeah.
we shot the video. It was great. I'm going to upload it tomorrow. And then I've got to go to work at 5 to midnight. And then I've got to come home and pack and be at the airport at 4 in the morning.
Jeez.
Yeah, I know. I'm on like a Home Alone trying to get home vacation right now. It's getting crazy, man. What's up, Todd Porter? Happy New Year, Braj. CH must have plenty of that W-2 money. Not really. Too many vacations, though. But, yeah, we'll cross that bridge when the clock strikes December 31st.
Right, yeah.
The Coastal Elite. What's up, doggy? Knothead. Jaggers. What's up, Bruce? Yeah, Northwest Small Batch is always killing it. What's up, Jordan S? How are you, Braj? But yeah, this is the year I'm going to go full Thebrusho. I'm going to kind of adapt or die. Do a lot of more interesting meads and elixirs and how to make alcohol without having $1,000 system.
I think that's a great idea. I think
Yeah.
that is like what people want to see too. So it's also like I get like the burnout from doing like grainy glass because it just becomes kind of repetitive.
Right.
You do the same thing like over and over again. You're kind of like it's the same video. You just swap out the ingredients. It's basically.
Yeah, and there's just so many reasons. Like I was watching Tanglefoot's video on like why people stop brewing or why craft beer isn't where it was and this and that. A lot of people have kids. A lot of people have families. A lot of people just move. You know, when you move and starting all over, typically when you move, you get rid of a lot of stuff, and homebrew's going to be on the top of that list. And that's kind of what I did. So just to start all over from like, a homebrew setup is not scary, but it's overwhelming. You're like, dude, I need to, I bought the system for $500, maybe sold it for $100 or threw it away, and I got to like do that all over again, and
Right.
just
But it
kinda-
probably gives you like the insight of like a beginner kind of looking at it too. Like you can kind of take it from that point of view.
yeah. And I made that video. That was my last video a couple weeks ago. It was like the under $100 and under guy, and we did the video. We played around with the Mr. Beer stuff, and it was just night and day. I mean, Trent made another batch and added some hops to it, but I think we all kind of sniffed it out within milliseconds. Yeah, I mean, just off carbonation levels alone.
Yeah.
Brewing bad. We need more good brewing content.
Wow.
I hear you, Raj. Yeah, so let's crack this peanut butter beer and
Let's do it.
let's talk about it. I'm gonna go get it. Do you have yours right here?
I got mine. It's right here.
Okay, let me get a glass too because I want to hold it up.
Okay.
BRB.
Cool. I'm stoked. While he's leaving, let me know. I want to know what everyone's brewing this holiday. If you got any if you guys do any like cool holiday beers or fermentations. I just did a spruce tip beer, which I had never done spruce tip anything. I've always wanted to, and there's like a website where you can order like spruce tips on demand. So yeah, I'm excited to see how that comes out. It's going right now. It's actually like a doppelbock with spruce tips, which I think could be pretty interesting. So that's fermenting right now. And then I'm also working on something that could be like, if you were with your family for like a week or a few days, could you all make something super easy together, something you could ferment together and make really quick while you're like on holiday vacation or something. But I'll leave it at that. Kind of keep it as a little teaser, but that's a pretty fun one that should be coming out soon. But I got to finish tomorrow's video. Just depends on how long CH keeps me and if he gets me too drunk. Spruce tip beer is pretty damn good. Yeah, I agree. No, I've had some good ones, but I haven't made one myself. Ready to do a kettle sour. Need me some sour. Yeah, dude, sour. I mean, I made Brian that like
Sweet and
sour, that like candy sour. He loved it. I should have sent him more, but I actually gave it to another friend. Sorry, Brian.
Dude, the new sour is like the sweet and sour, and this is what this beer is. So it's called a peanut butter and jelly mixtape sour. You see it right there? Right. Cool label. Artist name is Angry Blue. He does some artwork for Primus. Yeah. I met the guy. He's like 5'4". He's cooler than shit.
It's badass. It's really cool looking.
Yeah, it's very cool. Nick Grubb. Big shout out to one of my two best friends out here in Knoxville, man. Looking good. Look at this guy coming through like a barrage. He actually beat me in chess Sunday night at like 3 a.m. was good times though, man. Yeah, he whipped my ass, and I loved him for it. Nick Grubb just became a member. We worked at Highwire together back when Highwire was cool. Highwire's not cool anymore. I'm gonna get fired for that.
But Zool is. Zool seems pretty cool.
Zool
Isn't Zool one of the like bad guys from Ghostbusters?
Exactly. Zool, I feel like I'm gonna get fired, but I always feel like I'm gonna get fired, so I should just say shit. There's a lot of it's a hype brewery. There's a lot of Zool heads like Burial in Asheville. What breweries are killing it in San Diego? Pure Project, line out the door, selling a ton of merch.
Park. Yeah.
North Park?
Yeah, they're doing really good right now.
We just collabed with them.
No way.
Yeah, it was called Diego to the Ville. Crazy small world, bro.
Wow.
Crazy small world. Wow. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna crack this.
Let's do it.
PB&J mixtape. I had 300 cases of it. Black Friday sold out in 5 hours.
Oh, it smells super interesting.
And keep in mind, it's called a sour.
Right.
Chase it with a shot of tequila. Oh, here we go. And I want to get Clawhammer to make this video too.
Yeah, that smells wild, man.
It's wild.
It smells me. It reminds me of like you remember in like elementary school, and you get like
Nutter butter.
or like those peanut butter and jelly like pre-made sandwiches.
Yes.
Wow.
Sour or no?
I haven't tasted it yet.
It's wild. Are we gonna do this together?
Yeah.
All right.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, brother. Love you, dog.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. It tastes exactly like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
That is insane.
I know.
It's actually like really sweet.
It's not sour.
Yeah.
Sour is the new sweet. People drive up from Florida. People come from Georgia. People buy cases.
And 6.5%. Wow. That I could like just drink that like it was like juice.
I know, but it's a lot thicker. Like we do a Zool-Aid, like a Kool-Aid spinoff too, and it's not as thick as this at all. This is wild, huh?
Yeah, that's really good. And it's gluten free as well.
Yeah, it's pretty much a hard seltzer, but
Okay.
yeah. Nick G Grubb has entered the chat. What up, my braj? He's in the green now too. He's a member. Green means gold. Love you, doggy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
So,
this is crazy.
what did I send you? 2 of these?
Yeah.
So save the other one to shoot some B-roll of.
Right. Yeah.
Do the crack. Yeah, and I was supposed to send some to Maury and Booze Brothers, but I'm just editing this video. And usually I keep a bunch of large flat rate boxes at my house.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find any. I was like, dude, I'm editing this video. I'm not going to this. I'm not going to USPS right now. So they'll get them on the next trip, but it would have been cool if I could have sent it to San Diego because I'm staying right next to Maury. I'm actually staying closer to the beach than Donnie and Maury. You know where they're at right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I was supposed to go there with this chick, and I spent like $1,000 on an Airbnb, and then she backed out, and I was like, "Fuck, man! I could have stayed with my cousins for free, you know." And then Airbnb is like, well, "You can do a refund, but you lose half of it." And I was like, "Let's just roll with it, man. Fuck it."
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Party house.
yeah. So cruise over on Sunday night. Me and Trev will get some dinner. Let's get some ramen.
Yeah, that sounds great.
100%, man. We've got
Yeah,
45 people here. What were we saying?
I can't get over this. It's so it's like on the nose, like I'm sniffing it, it's peanut butter, and then I drink it, and it's the jam, it's the jelly, you know.
But then it goes back to peanut butter at the end. Yes.
Yeah, that's wild.
It's crazy.
But yeah, not sour to me at all. It's
Not
just
sour
sweet.
at all. I know.
Yeah.
I think it's just kind of a marketing tool because I think that they want people to think like, oh, it's gross. Now I have to try it just to throw in that sour word. Because if you're like, hey, peanut butter and jelly beer or ale, cool. But sour, like it went bad? Because that's what I think of with food, right?
Right.
It's sour, it's mold, it's mildew or whatnot.
Yeah.
Nick
I
Grubb.
think it would be good if it was a little more sour. I think it'd still be good.
I know. Do you dip milk in this, or do you dip this into the peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Or you leave this shit out for Santa Claus? Nick Grubb, am I in the Matrix? Yes. Should we do an NBC? Well, we won't do an NBC with this, but I've got a Toro Ioso. Let's chug a beer. Let's go, baby. Thursday nights.
Just say it.
If my audio's on.
Right now?
No, for my my NBC.
Oh, are we NBCing right now?
We might have to NBC. Take a shot at whiskey or tequila or something. Let's get rid of this. But the stream update, I'm definitely going to get... Noam, do we have audio on the NBC? Noam skis. But I'm definitely taking Wednesdays off next year. Bottom line. I'm going to have the stream back every single Wednesday. The
That'll be
poop,
sweet.
the poop emojis are the dookies, man. The real McCoys. The people who have been here for over a year. Been subscribing for a year, man. Much love.
I'm still a little trophy. I'm trying to get to my way to poop emoji.
It's a rank status. Goddamn right, Jaggers. Much love, dog.
Wow.
What up, Red J? Yeah, we heard it. All right. We're going to do an NBC. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Let me crack.
Just say it.
This is the best work we've ever done.
Subscribe to Homebrew for Life. It's been a long time. Did you chug the whole thing of which beer?
No, I didn't. I took a bit of this. Is actually really good too.
The Toro Ioso?
So yeah, that's pretty
buddy.
good too.
Yeah, buddy. Oh, where's my $2.99?
So you're coming back to for Christmas, like hanging out with family and stuff like that, and seeing friends.
We're going to celebrate Christmas because I can come into town for about half the price as far as airfare goes, like 2 weeks after Thanksgiving and then before Christmas. Because after that, tickets are like $600. And it's like, if I'm spending $600 on a ticket, I'm going to Prague. I'm going back to Italy. I'm going to, hold on, we got a guest caller right here. Let me pull this up really quick.
Guest caller.
It's just too much. It's just way too much to spend. You know, I just want there to be an Allegiant flight or a Spirit or a Southwest Airlines. Look at this guy.
I'm on your feed.
He's on the feed right now, man.
Who is that?
This is my buddy Nick. Thebrusho, what's up? This is Nick. We're connecting people.
Nick.
Hey, it's gonna
What's up, man? I can't hear you, but
dropped $2.99 on the happy hour over here.
Yes,
know?
it did.
And and man, I thought I was buying fucking a reverse mortgage over here.
Nah, man, it's the best $2.99 you've ever spent, brother.
I thought it was Tom Selleck was selling me.
I can't hear him at
reverse
all.
mortgage. Hey,
Is he coming
how
through?
you doing?
Oh, he's coming through mine. We're good, doggy. I'm going to be on here for about an hour. I'll hit you up when I get off. Let's go get a beer.
Word. Hey, I just signed up for this thing. Let me know. Did you get my little poppies up there on the little text train?
Yeah, I think so. Your little, yeah.
I said, hey, tale was old as time.
A tale as old as time, man. I steal some of my shit from this guy, but don't tell anybody. All right. Love you, dog. Talk to you in a bit.
Get my face on there.
I'm just waiting for you to change your shirt.
Love you too, dog. We'll talk soon. I know. All right. Later, Rush. He's a good dude. He's a great dude. He's got a new job too. Right across the stream from his old job, like 15 years. It's funny as shit.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm coming into town. Got a party on Saturday night. Partying Saturday night. Playing golf Sunday, and then I'm pretty much just freed up, man. And I'm not gonna do I'm not renting a car. I'm not gonna Uber to Vista every day. I'm just gonna try to stay on foot as much as possible, you know. So you're over there by Black Plague, a little bit off.
Yeah.
Oceanside, Carlsbad. Okay, so you're gonna come out west. We'll go to Southo, Booze Bros, Craft Coast. What's the new one over there by Angelo's? Like right when Carlsbad becomes Oceanside. Angelo's is on the left. There's some action going on the right.
There's like a barbecue place right there. That's like a brewery.
Yeah, every time I go back there, there's 5 new coffee shops, 5 new pizza joints, 5 new breweries. It's like, how does this all work?
There's a lot of new restaurants, but like not as many new breweries as you would think. Although Bergen's open a Vista location.
Didn't they already have like 3 of the fucking things?
Yeah, right.
Oh, they had one in Escondido, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
The Garden or the Oasis.
Right.
Alamo Kid, what's up, down? Just NBC'd my own sizer, man. That was delicious. Hell yeah. Cheers to everybody who took a pug on that.
Sizer? Damn, Sizer's like what is a Sizer?
Pear
cider?
Cider and we have one at work. Cider and seltzer? I don't know.
Sounds cool. It's a mead with apple juice. That sounds awesome. Sweet. You should make that. You should make that video.
What am I thinking of? What's a braggot?
Braggott's beer and mead, right?
No.
Or goddamn.
Cider?
I don't
and
know.
mead? Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm wrong. I've been out of the game.
Yeah, it's mead and beer. Braggott's mead and beer.
It's mead and beer?
Yeah.
What's mead?
Yeah.
Honey?
Mead's just honey, yeah.
We're going back to I'm gonna start watching my old videos again.
And then what's the fruit and mead is like a mellow mel. God, it gets real mead makers make it real complicated.
Yeah. Sizer would be a good video though. Have you typed that in? Good. See if somebody's getting some shine in that #1 spot up there. Zach Pearson, my lord or bust.
Oh God.
Zach speaking my language.
Oh, thanks.
My lord.
I'm excited to go back to Chicago though.
Maybe when are you going back?
I'm going back on the 16th.
December?
Yeah.
You've made some trips this year, bro. You did Australia this year. Did you do New Zealand and Australia?
Yeah, that was the same trip.
Fuck.
Yeah. And then, I'm just going back, for family and stuff for the holidays.
Do you get the old bedroom or do you have to square up with some?
It's the same. It's untouched since I left.
Twin size bed, Home Alone poster with the tarantula.
It's got like these like Brett Favre posters on the wall still. It's great.
Packers fan in Chicago. I love it.
Yep.
I love it. Yeah, Pizza Port. I'll be at Pizza Port a lot. I'll be at Pizza Port in South though a lot. I'll try to make it over to Vista a little bit, but I don't. I mean, I drank and drive. I drank and drove so much in San Diego. Everybody does it without thinking about it, Now that I'm in Knoxville, you like reflect on it. You're like, whoa, everything's so close, and you get anywhere you want to go in a 2-minute cab ride. Yeah. And then, just like I'm going to be in Carlsbad and then go to Vista to and fro, it's like, nobody I knew was Ubering in San Diego.
Yeah, you got to have the DD. Otherwise, it becomes messy.
Nobody's a DD in San Diego. That'd be the worst DD job of them all, man. You're going to spend half your dumb day just driving your own car.
Yeah, that's true.
They asked me to be a poster boy for birth control. Shout out to Nikki B. Malort and mead. Fuck, man. That sounds like a...
recipe for disaster?
Yeah, like a hazing thing. Like make the freshmen drink. What is Malort?
Nasty.
But what does it come from? Is it just grain? Is it corn?
No, I think it's like herbs and spices, right?
I don't know. I've had a couple shots, and that night was
Malort.
whoopsie daisy.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I've been many nights where it's like you're at the bar, you've already had too much, and it's like, should we just finish the night with the Malort?
With the Malort, yeah.
And you're like, you don't remember until the next day.
Liquor's a weird one because people really don't know. I think the average person probably doesn't know the difference between bourbon and whiskey, even though that all bourbon is whiskey, but not all whiskey is bourbon, kind of like Pilsners and lagers. But what's the deal with bourbon? It's just got to be 51% corn?
I think so, and has to be American and
Yeah, it's got to be in one of the 50 states, right? It doesn't have to be
Yeah.
Kentucky or Tennessee. Hey, Nick, what's the difference between bourbon and whiskey? Does that mean rye whiskey? Like Bullet just has to be 51%? The green bottle? The bourbon's the red bottle, right? For Bullet? Yeah, because Bullet Green it's not as common. Bourbon's way more popular. Bourbon whiskey's more popular than rye whiskey, but this is definitely an Emmett question, a client question. Yeah.
I'm not the guy for that. I just drink what's in front of me.
Yeah.
Although I did put bourbon in my cider, so I should know this.
You did put bourbon in your cider.
Yeah, I got one of those. So I got those like
We can do whatever we want
spirals.
as long as we don't sell it.
Well, yeah, exactly. That was like what I said in the video. Is like as homebrewers, we can do whatever we want. We can literally put bourbon right into the cider.
Uncle Sam don't care if we die, man. They just care if we start selling stuff because then they want their cut.
Wow.
Right. Yeah.
They don't give a shit whether we live or die.
Back off, war child. Seriously.
Yeah. Well, I did get those like oak spirals. Have you ever used those?
No, not yet.
They're kind of like the oak chips, but they're just like in a little spiral form.
Okay.
And I like infused the bourbon in that for a while, and then
Okay.
added that.
So is this video
cider.
coming out like a week after tomorrow? After your
Coming out tomorrow.
Wait,
It's
wait.
done. I finished it. Yeah.
Okay. So what's the video that's going to be after this? Because are you still on the weekly rampage?
No, I'm more like bi-weekly. Like sometimes I'll go weekly, but recently I've been more bi-weekly.
Are you having any more success with shorts or I don't know Instagram or Facebook, or is that just kind of whatever?
I haven't really been doing the shorts. I've really just been focused on the YouTube videos.
Yeah.
I probably should do more shorts just to like reach new people, but
There's no money in it, but it can get subscribers. That's what I've learned.
right. And then the question is like, do those subscribers that watch only shorts watch long form YouTube videos? That's what I haven't figured out.
What I have figured out is that when I go on YouTube on my TV, shorts pop up. And not only that, but I get shorts now of like Lord of the Rings. You know, it's not just it's just anything. It's like Arya Stark's most badass scene, and it's just that 59-second thing. You're like, yeah, that's all I wanted to see. I mean, I'll rewatch Lord of the Rings 3 times in a row, all 80 episodes. But shorts are definitely getting exposure.
Yeah. I think that it's like a priority for YouTube right now.
It's a priority, and
They're like the top.
yeah,
you know, of
yeah,
everything.
and it comes in on recommended videos now too.
Yeah.
That was cool because we did the Jello shots video, and that got some pretty good shine. That got like 15,000
nice.
views. Yeah, it was like 60 cents in ad revenue, but it's just cool that
Right, yeah.
15,000
Yeah.
people watched it.
I think I have one that has like close to 100,000, and I don't even
It's
know
like
how much
20
money
bucks.
I made.
Yeah,
Yeah. Not even probably.
yeah.
But
I know this one. Nikki Grubb. Champagne can only be called such from France. Sparkling wine can be produced anywhere. Correct. But the only way that
Right.
who got away with it in the Russian River, Sonoma, Corbel,
oh right.
because they were grandfathered in before they made that law. So if you were calling it champagne and you had a business and then they came out with the law for it, you were allowed to keep like your marketing, whatever, you know, you didn't have to change for it. But yeah, champagne. Sorry, what's up?
It's like a specific region of France too.
Yeah.
It's not just France.
Yeah. Nikki
here's the
Nikki
stat.
Grubb.
Here's the stats in that video. I got 100,000 views on a short. I got $7.
What was the video?
It was like kombucha. How to make kombucha.
See, that's what I'm thinking about doing. Like our old videos that bombed or were just 20 minutes, you know, back. I mean, I've been doing this a little bit longer than you. This fucking guy just lapped me in subscribers, man. Just fucking. Do you have like 100,000 now?
Dude.
Do you have 100,000? Do you have 100,000 subscribers?
No, not yet. No.
No, I'm proud of you, man. I'm just giving him shit because he's my prodigy. He's my mini me. I love you. You complete me.
I'm Padawan.
You are my mini me. No, but I'm thinking about doing some old videos and just putting them in short format because you already have the video. You already have the content.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I'm doing with all these. I'm just like cutting up.
It's nothing new,
Take
right?
all the footage from my cider video and be like, this is how you make cider.
Right.
Or something like that.
Yeah. So I'm thinking about doing that with how to make a keg or how to, drill into stainless steel or cut kegs apart and stuff like that. So we'll see. Because once you, depressurize a keg, you can have a lot of fun with it, And I've thought about making the video how to make a barbecue out of a stainless steel keg, but like, I don't know shit about food or barbecue, but I could find some people that could help me out. But I could do the video. Like I could cut it up, drill into it, and then they do like put the keg on its side, and this is like your cover for it. That'd be a video. That'd be a project.
I feel like you would make really good shorts is like reacting to other shorts. Like you see like some guy making like beer cocktails or something. You just like make fun of him or
We just talked about that. I literally thought about that video. Who's that stupid fuckhead that does bar rescue?
Oh yeah. Oh, I don't know.
He looks like a bad clone of Tony Soprano.
Yeah, yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, and he made the video about, like, here's how you pour a beer. You got to do it like really fast and just pour the beer like this. I'm looking at him like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
No.
Right.
No, nobody pours a better beer than me. Nobody wastes less than me. And it's not even about sometimes pouring the beer. Sometimes bartenders will grab it and then grab it from the top and then give it to you.
Right, yeah.
And, dude, I was just at K-Brew today. It's a local coffee shop 2 blocks down from my house. And I got my coffee, and when they grabbed the lid, the guy's just smothering it. I was just like, dude, no lid. Come on, man. You guys are still wearing like the COVID mask, worried about germs, and you're going to like grab the lid. You know where my mouth's going to go and just like shack slam it like right there. I looked at him. I was like, I can't do the lid, man. I didn't want to be like, take it easy. You're a fucking idiot.
Right.
But I can't do the lid anymore. You don't grab people's drinks from the top of that. Fingers are disgusting.
Right.
That's where people put their mouths.
Right.
And the irony of that is the coffee shop place, because they're in there with, the most germophobic people on planet Earth, like this is your hand. Hands are disgusting. Yeah. So I'm thinking about making the reaction video to that guy. So this is kind of exactly what.
Or have you seen the one where the guy like takes a napkin and like shoves it in a beer to get rid of all the bubbles? He's like, this is what's in your stomach. And he like shoves a napkin into a beer and it like foams up everywhere.
Did Hops and Gnarly do that or somebody? No.
It was just some like random like guy.
We'll cut that part out now.
Yeah.
Yeah. What up, Hoovenall? What's up, Mr. Hernandez in the house? Always showing love, man. But yeah, quick little update.
Wow.
Trent's got some videos coming out. Trent has a video coming out tomorrow. I'll have a video coming out tomorrow. The stream will be back every Wednesday. The majority of Wednesdays. And I missed all you guys, man. This is cool. And we're doing the PB&J beer right now. How much do you have left, Trent?
I could have chugged this in seconds, but I'm taking my time.
We'll take our sweet ass time, and then we'll do the paper crowns after this, if that's cool. I might do a shot of whiskey.
I also got some of this Toro Oso still, so I got to finish that.
We got the Mexican lager that won the Great American Beer Festival, which is kind of ironic.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you see it on the back.
Contemporary American style lager. That's an interesting category. Contemporary American style, even though it's a Mexican lager.
So what, is there any laws on that, on Mexican lagers now? Can it be, because there's Zappa hops, it could be corn or maize. Like what, can you call it a Mexican lager? Does it have to pass the certain amount of 51% of grain? I mean, you just call it Mexican lager if you use a couple of their hops, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
I feel like all these like brewing competitions, it's like there are no laws. It's just like, does it fit within what they deem, style appropriate?
Usually the laws start with alcohol by volume, the alcohol content, so the bracket thing, I do remember when Booze Brothers did that, but it had to be a certain amount of grain and it couldn't be over 15% or something. Right. But it's also like, who the fuck would ever know that and bust them, That'd have
Right,
to be
yeah.
a real personal thing. Like your ex-girlfriends, all your ex-girlfriends became cops or something and they all hated you. But more often than not, you should be able to get away with something like that. Juvenal Hernandez, Carlsbad
I
Brew
saw him.
Supply. You ran into him?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So I was
might call for
shopping and I
NBC.
turned around.
I don't really like beer
I
that
turned
much.
around and there was a guy behind me, and I heard the shop owner say, "Hey, Juvenal," and I was like, "The only person I know named Juvenal is."
There's
Juvenal
only one
Hernandez."
Juvenal on planet Earth, and he's with here. He's in here
So
with
that's
us.
crazy, man. Sorry I didn't like stop
Tonight.
and talk to you more. But
Yeah. I got to get this stream on the Instagram. I promoted the wrong link.
I think he said something to me like, "Oh, celebrity sighting," and I was just like, "I'm not a celebrity, but I appreciate that."
What are you talking about? You have 100,000 subscribers. I'm just kidding, man. I'm being a douche.
Right.
I got that at work one time. They're like, "Whoa, like I saw your YouTube channel. Like you actually have like followers." I was like, "It's a beer channel. It's a beer channel."
It's a cult. It's actually a cult.
Yeah, Trent, we fucked up, man. If we would have done video games or CrossFit or food or vegan food or whatever, man, we would have buku bucks, Braj.
It's not too late. You could become a vegan homebrewing channel.
Start a non-alcoholic beer channel. It just takes off. Nobody wants this alcohol shit anymore. The new cool thing is vegan, organic, non-alcoholic peanut butter and jelly ale.
Shit, I would subscribe.
I know you would, man. How's the vegan life going? Nick Grubb's a vegan.
Oh, nice, dude.
Funny story about Nick Grubb, though. He eats meat one day a year, and it's when the Vols play the Florida Gators, and he eats gator the day before or the day of. I think that's a true story. No worry, bro.
Wow.
I was like, oh shit, he's famous.
SEC pride right there.
Yeah. No, Juvenal is the man. Juvenal is the shit. And I'm in this work text at Zool, and it's like the Slack thing, and there's just guys on it. I'm just like, dude, as much as I fuck around, as big as a fuck up and a shithead as I am, work Slacks or text messages scare me to death. I just don't trust myself.
Right.
And there's guys in there like, hey, I just made like a new like penis looking thing or a penis ornament to everybody. And I just look at it, I'm like, dude, I'm not offended by this. I'm not offended by that much, but this is a hard no in California. This is a very, very, very hard no. So so we did the Secret Santa thing, and I'm kind of the new guy. I've only been there for about 4 or 5 months. And they're like, CH, what do you want? I just wrote some Florida Gators merch as a joke, and it got nothing. Not one thumbs up, not one laugh emoji, nothing, man. So I don't know. This is like my one time to chime in and maybe do something funny or ironic, and I got nothing. I was like, I'm never chiming in on anything on the work Slack ever again. Someone's like, do you want health insurance? Yes or no? I'm like, I'm not chiming in. I'm not. It's not happening, man. Just can't do it. Not even close.
Yeah. Slack's a slippery slope because it feels like AIM, like
Slack is a slippery fucking slope, and I don't even like talking about it because Nick's my friend, Sean's my friend, my good friends, and then I've got like 5 coworker friends you kind of shoot the shit with. Like, I don't know if they're in here, man. I got 43 people in here right now. Sniper in the tower, owner of the company. He's like, he better be saying our peanut butter and jelly beer is good. That motherfucker is.
Yeah, we need somebody to snipe him out. Dust him out right now.
Mopping harder than Cinderella in the morning, man. But yeah, I've seen like the owners go off on people in there, and I'm just like, yeah, man, like, don't post a selfie in there.
Right. Well, I can only imagine you're probably working with like some younger people too, right? Like that, or
not really. We do work. There's a couple people at Zool, but Zool is like, I'm gonna get fired. Zool has a lot of love, like almost too much love, like high school cliquey love. Where after we all work with each other, we go to this bar called Central Flats and Taps, and I'm not like good in work environment, like at holiday parties or something. I'm gonna run around naked, and they're not gonna think it's funny. But it's just one of those things where, we always talk about drinking with coworkers, and it's super chill. I think if your industry, if you're a server or a bartender or a beer tender or a busboy, I think it's cool. until it's not. But like generally we party pretty hard. You know, there's a lot of drinking, a lot of past midnight, a lot of nose beers, a lot of gator tails for those who aren't. I didn't say anything. I didn't say the C word, man.
Right.
But you're just always worried, like, am I going to do something stupid or am I going to hear something stupid? Am I going to hear something I don't want to hear? So I'm going to chill out with kind of going out with the coworkers because Knoxville is small. And if you're a good person, it could work in your advantage. And if you fuck up, word's going to travel faster than ever.
Yeah, that's pretty smart.
Yeah. And with that, Gavin's on his way with a giant bag of no, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Zool me, please. No, big shout out to Nick. He just got a killer job at Sutry's bar. And Brusho, when you come out here, I'm going to take you we'll go to Nick's bar. We'll go to Sutry's. You like ramen. There's a million options. Yeah, you can get ramen. Yeah. But there's like there's a few main veins downtown Knoxville, but it's like San Diego. Like San Diego, we have a small downtown. Knoxville is probably like 1/20th of the downtown. There's like Gay Street, Market Square, and then like another street with some action, and then a couple like grid streets. But when we get down there, it's like we're not Ubering anywhere. We're just on foot. We could maybe get the little scooter things. Those are kind of getting popular in Knoxville.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
But I've walked home from everywhere. I walked home. I was out with Nick. We watched Oppenheimer, and I kept drinking. Oh. He had to go to a work meeting from a job he doesn't even work at anymore. But I kept drinking there. And at midnight, like Knoxville's such a small town, the Uber, it's tough to get an Uber. You know, San Diego, you can get an Uber at 5 a.m.
Right, yeah.
On a Monday. It's not a problem. But I was like, hey, you know what? I'm walking home. And I just ran home. It was like a mile and a half.
Nice.
Yeah. Can't do that in San Diego. Fuck no, you can't do that in San Diego.
Yeah. That'll get you to the end of the block.
That'll get you. That's not even going to get you picked up, man. That's when you actually start collecting quarters and look for that 1970s payphone. Mm-hmm. Reverend KY, man, we got Kentucky in the house. Which hand is it in? Have you seen Vegas Vacation?
Yes.
When he's so broke, he's trying to play the games that are like war and pick a number between 1 through 10. And
back off, war child. Seriously.
Which hand is it in? He thinks he's good. We got a lot of inside jokes over here.
Funny.
What up, Goose Frobby? We got Texas in the house. Yeast in the barrage, man. Hey, happy holidays to Yeast. Where's
happy holidays, Yeast?
Yeah, man. Where's everybody been? Everybody's been hit or miss.
You know who hasn't been hit or miss is 5 Minute Brewery. Have you been watching any of him? He's been posting like consistently for a long time.
No. He's gonna fire me too. Everything I say on here is just gonna catch me in the ass.
He's only got like 1 point. I'll put his
I'm gonna wake up in the morning just like 10 people with guns over my head.
But he's been pretty consistent, this guy, and they're all like videos are like 5 minutes long.
That's a good idea nowadays, man.
Yeah.
Hey, we forgot about the super chats, man. Much love to Northwest Small Batch Brewing. Just donated $10. Brusho has the softest merch shirts. Much love, Steven. Thanks, Braj. Happy holidays.
Wow.
Dude, my merch goes hard.
I will take that $10. Well, it's going to be $9 after PayPal takes their $1 cut. And I will drink a beer in the airport tomorrow morning. Much love, Northwest Small Batch, man. Cheers, Brush. Nice. Peter McEnroe, no beers tonight, working the late shift. That's the best time to drink beers. Now I'm definitely getting fired. He's going to show up in the morning, too. Some serious celebs in here. Prusy.
Celebs.
No bigger one than Nick Grubb, man. Oh, good to see Elementary still in here, man. Much love, Brian.
Yeah.
I got to get Brian on here soon.
He's been crushing it, too.
Portly came back. Portly's doing some videos. He did that video about his what do they call them? Chimeneas? Is that Spanish?
Like the wood burner.
It was awesome. I love that video.
He told me that he's gonna start doing like more stuff like that. He's gonna kind of step away from beer a little bit and do more like cool stuff.
No, and he put himself in a real niche. Homebrewing is just so small as is, but to put yourself in like, we're going to have a brew tool system and then do the accessories that come out for brew tools. It's like, I have no idea what's going on, and I'm a home brewer,
Yeah.
you know. But
Yeah. That stuff is intense.
that's,
The bridge stuff.
and I'm not talking shit by any means at all. They're great videos, they're great production. I love Brad, I love the Portly Gentleman, but I don't have the system. I can't relate. I'm not in the market for the system. It's just it's a niche of a niche.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
So it really is.
it really
And
is.
I feel
yeah.
like I think that like there's gonna be like a return to simplified stuff. I think like for so many years every company's coming out with like their complicated system, and it's gonna like kind of. I think that's just like it's too much. I think for people when they look at like, like that system, they'll be like, "This is intense." Like maybe some people are into that, and that's totally fine. And they
Yeah.
are like gearheads, but I think it's not conducive to get like people to come into the hobby when you're showing like you got to have all these pumps and
Right.
stainless steel and I don't know.
I agree with you completely. And it's all about kind of just finding the value, you know, because with Clawhammer system, and I love the system, all, you know, in all seriousness, I did get it for free. I am friends with those guys, but I would still talk about it honestly if I wasn't. And I've just not had a problem with it. I've never had a circuit kick or anything flare out. I've never had a problem with it. And then
Yeah.
Spike's got the same system, ultimately the same components is what I'm trying to say. They've got the 120
Right.
volt. They've got the grain basket that can hold this amount, the boil kettle, this and that. But it's $1,600. It's $600 more, and you just got to think like, why would you pay $600 more for that? We're not comparing like Lexus to Tesla to Camry. We're talking about stainless steel and like some like Chinese heating element parts, you know?
Right.
So
I feel like Clawhammer really like nailed the like simple aspect. Sorry, my camera went off.
Nicky
They
Grove,
nailed it.
He's figured out how to use the barrage
Technical
emoji,
difficulty.
man. We got 50 people in here right now. We're 1 hour in, man. I love everybody in here. Kyle's not in here, so we could talk some serious shit about Clawhammer.
Even though we're like loving him up, but
No, it's
I-
it's locker room talk, man. We're being straight up.
no, I just think that they like did a good job. Is like at the end of the day, it is pretty simple. It's like a pot that has a heating element,
Yeah.
a basket.
Yeah.
You
No,
know?
I love it. And when I first got onto the all-in-one system, I thought Grainfather was the best. And I think that Elementary has the best setup. Just have your what's it called? Your modular box
Yeah.
over like on a frame on a stud or on a on a stud in the garage, maybe like 2 or 3 feet away. You know, maybe it's not a good idea to have electricity right next to, 212 degree sugar water.
Right.
How long is that going to last? How many years is that going to either fall off or flare out or what? Because
Right. Yeah.
these homebrew systems, at the end of the day, they weren't around 4 or 5 years ago. I remember the only electric system that was around, I think, was Grainfather. And they've gone through so many versions of it now that it's like, how do we know that you're not going to have 5 more versions in 5 more years? So, I mean, I don't know. It's electric homebrewing. You're bound to get, it's not, going to last forever. But I generally just have not had a problem with my Clawhammer system.
Same.
Yeah.
But if you were to like make improvements on it, what would you say? Like, what would be the first thing you'd want to change?
I want to give a big shout out to Northwest Small Batch Steven, who just donated $10. But when I first got my system, I just took it apart just to look at it. And when you take the heating element out, I wish it had, and I could do this, just put like the hooks on it, and then the ground's kind of a difficult thing to kind of screw back on it. But it's just got the little 2 fork things. You have to find the metal and then screw it down on it. I like it when they just have the hooks. You could put it right over it. Not a big deal, but if there's people out there that are just illiterate to DIY, this could be a big problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I know Oliaz has had a circuit breaker kick a couple of times. I've never had it. My only problem with any electric system, with my what's the one I got? The Anvil Foundry as well. My house just sucks. It's a 100-year-old house. I've got to set up a lot of I've got to really kind of diversify my electricity. If I'm pulling from my kitchen and I've got like even lights or my keg grater on and I kick on an electric system, it all shuts off. And that's got nothing to do with the system. That's my shitty house.
Right. Yeah.
So other than that, man, I'm chilling.
I wish that like when you lift it up, you know how like there's other systems where you just like lift it up and like hooks in automatically.
What do you mean?
You know, you have to like lift. You know, when you lift up the basket and you gotta like scramble to like find those little like things to put in. I wish that it was just like all built in.
Okay, yeah,
you know,
like
you
the
lift
Anvil.
up and
Yeah.
That would be nice. I think that would be a good improvement.
How could they do that? Same way the Anvil does it?
Does the Anvil use like springs or something?
It's just got two hooks. And you just lift it all the way up and just set it back down.
I mean, that would work. Yeah, but maybe that compromises like space. I don't know.
Compromises. Maybe the grain basket doesn't have that much surface area because the grain basket's kind of just like thin metal and then it's just mesh all around it. But if you're looking at like a grain basket, that thing it's got a lot of surface area. It's not just mesh all around it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
I struggle, dude, when I'm like lifting it by myself.
You need that 2-step ladder, bro. That's a weird muscle too.
Yeah.
Like this one.
It's still like getting the thing in there, you know, trying to get the thing in there and doing this. I think also like if they could upgrade their like little display to be like a little more like advanced. I feel like a lot of the other ones have.
What else does it need?
Just like I feel like getting through the menus. I think you got to like click on a lot of right buttons to get to the right area. You know, I don't know. Just like advance it a little bit, like bring it into the. These are just my thoughts.
No. I like the simplicity of it. Like I always loved the shitty. I didn't mean like climber system or shitty, but like a $3.99 alarm radio. Like that's all I wanted. Just like tell me what time it is and the alarm. That's all I want. So, no, I hear you. I don't know. I don't have a problem with it.
I don't either. That's the thing is like I brew great beer with it, and I'm very happy with it. I'm just thinking like if there a new version 2.0.
No, and I hear you. And this what you're talking about is what Anvil Foundry did. Like they had this janky little ring thing in there, and you'd have to pull it off and make sure the ring would stay on, and then turn it so it kind of like intersected on it. And and if that thing didn't work, like who the fuck is reaching in there, you know? So no, I mean like what we're talking about right now is very valid.
I've definitely dropped those little like hooks into the
you have
water. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And then it's like you're trying to scoop it out.
What do you even just grab a spoon? Just pray it doesn't go.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there trying to like scoop it out, but you know, I make it work. I do the Martin Keane lean most of the time, where I just like hook one leg on it and then just kind of like.
How's he doing? You still keep in touch with Martin?
He seems to be doing great. Brulosophy's doing pretty well from what I can tell. Like the new YouTube channel, they're growing pretty strong.
That's super rad, but like I wish that they would kind of step outside the Xbox a little bit and maybe do a cider video or I just think when you run out of all ideas, you either redo stuff you already did or you just kind of go more and more niche while you're waiting around for the newest trend, you know? That'd just be cool if they came out and just did a cider video or how to make wine at home and just see what happens.
It's super like technical, and I think for a lot of people, that's what they love about beer is that they love the super technical aspect. But for myself, like I'm not. No, I'm like somewhere in the middle. Like I'm not super technical, but I do like some aspects. But
I'm just. I agree with you 100%. I'm past the hypothesis stage of brewing and both YouTube. I mean, unless I knew this video was going to get 1 million views, but it's like, do we use a hop spider or not a hop spider? Like I wouldn't, like maybe 2 years ago, I'd make that video, but I'm just like, I have no interest in knowing. And I don't really think it does anything except maybe preserves like your plate chiller from getting clogged. I really don't. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
I feel
don't
like I do feel like the more you learn about brewing, it's like the less that you find that there, there's all this like info of like things you need to know or you think you need to know how to
Sure.
brew. But there's only a certain amount that actually matters.
Dude,
that actually impacts.
you know me,
good
bro. You know that I
Yeah.
still don't believe we landed on the moon. I'm not a flat earther, but like I'm just not buying it. Like we never went to the moon.
What do you
So-
think? What does Stanley Kubrick filmed the whole thing?
Yeah, I think the Russians were in on it. No, but it was pretty crazy though. Like I can kind of understand that argument. Like we just flew to the moon in the 60s and then all of a sudden like just flew back. I don't know. I don't know. Dude, I've talked about this before. They're like, hey, we're on a rock that floats around and we're moving thousands of miles per hour, but we can't feel it. But we go around the sun. Like the moon controls the waves. Like I just think in 20 years there's gonna be like another explanation or something, So we're moving like 5,000 miles per hour, but I can see like those same stars every second, and I can see Orion's belt in the same spot every night. You just you got to kind of think about it, and you're just like, yeah, that's fucking bullshit, or that's just I don't know.
I mean,
It's almost
maybe it's
like religion. It's like, hey, whatever this smart guy says, we have to think it's the law. And you're like, I don't know, man. Like, I understand the night and day part and the 24-hour part. I think the Mayans were definitely on something. But, like, the moon controls, like, how big the waves are. I'm like, no, I think it's, like, hurricanes and storms that.
Well, that's, like, all scientifically proven, isn't it?
Well, we're talking about the tides and the
Right.
So the tides and the moon. So it's typically like low tide early in the morning, and it's always kind of like that side of the moon. I don't know. I'm just like you're trying to tell me if the moon got blown up, there'd be no high and low tides anymore.
Oh, you should watch. There's some like great videos, like if this happens.
Yeah.
Like if the moon blows up, what would actually happen? There's some pretty interesting videos on YouTube about
If
that.
the moon blew up, I mean, I understand. If the sun went out, we all die. I get that. The crops,
right.
My job, nobody goes out when the weather's bad. But if the sun blows up, we're dead. It's straight up. What's the movie where they're putting Gatorade on the crops? Idiocracy.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's going to happen. Like the crops go, we go. But I think we could live without the moon. You don't think so?
Fuck the moon, man. We don't need that shit.
Get rid of this goddamn shit,
I'm sure
man.
it's doing something. I'm not a scientist, but
It's just, yeah.
I'm sure it's doing something. There's like plants that are like moon-based plants, aren't there? I'm sure. I don't know. This is not my area of expertise.
I agree that the world is not flat. I'll give you that. But the whole like light years and Milky Way and like I don't know, man. I think a lot of what's the word I'm looking for, like astronomy and this and that. I think it's just all storytelling. I think it's just all Bible.
Oh yeah, well, like astrology, I feel like definitely is. Like you're a Scorpio, so this is your like.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when people are like, they think they've got a good handle on like our solar system and the Milky Way. I'm like, I don't think you have any idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh, I mean, yeah, the moon. I mean, space is like so vast. It's insane. How do you ever know?
Yeah, you could say anything. You could literally.
When people are like, there are no aliens, with the matter of fact, there are no aliens. It's like, how can you say that?
Well, not only that, but like if space is infinite, there's
welcome back to
everything.
Science.
Yeah, we're going back to the
Science.
Twilight. Are we the alien? It's back to the Twilight Zone. It's back to Planet of the Apes or the other one. What were we talking about with Hal?
Oh, 2001?
Yeah, are we the bad guy? Are we the alien? Are we the fucking idiot? Yes.
According to Google, if the moon disappeared, Earth's axis would wobble anywhere from 10 to 45 degrees.
All I know is when I was a little kid, I watched Star Wars. And that scene where Han Solo, they're all drinking at the bar with aliens.
Right.
The cantina scene. Yeah. With Jabba the Hutt sends the guy to get Han Solo in this net. And I was like, dude, when we're older, like 2023, 2024, we're going to be on other planets at bars drinking with aliens. We're not even close to that. We're not even, we're just more staring at phones and staring down.
They're already here, dude. The aliens are already on.
You
Earth.
think so? I know so. Nick Grubb's an alien and riding dune buggies.
Dude, we're all aliens, man.
I don't know. I just feel like everything, like every 20 years from now, people are like, oh, that wasn't good information. Mix it up. Start again. This and that. Like the food groups we were supposed to eat growing up. That was all weird. Like eat bread and dairy every day.
That
It
was,
like,
that
what?
was total propaganda.
Why
for
did we do?
sure.
Because it was just the meat and milk companies that were giving
yes.
the schools money or the book companies money.
Absolutely, 100%.
But everyone swore by it. It was teachers telling little kids that you have to eat bread with every meal. That's what makes you a
Right.
fat fuck. It's not fat. It's bread and dairy.
Yeah, I mean those lobbyists for those groups.
We've
they
talked
paid-
about, yeah. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Who says that? People that sell breakfast.
Right.
Like in the 90s, it was like the kid waking up. Mama would just like spend 4 hours, sausage and eggs, this and that. He always took like one little piece of toast and like ran off. And I was like, dude, who's going to eat this food and then go have a productive day? If I eat like 3 pancakes at 8 in the morning, I'm going back to bed.
Right.
I'm taking a nap.
Yeah.
If I eat a burrito now, it's got to be like at least after 3 p.m. Like that day is over. Production is donezoed.
I feel like that's my weekends. It's like I eat a big breakfast and then I just like sit around.
Yeah, I'm getting old, man. It's like sometimes you get in the shower just to get like back in bed, or
Yeah. It's great. It's a great feeling.
or get up just to get food, take a shower to get food, and then go back to bed. We're at the age where you got to kind of watch what you eat, or you'll get comatose. And we talked about this a little bit. I came out here at like 180. No, I came out here at like 220. I got to 180, but I'm back to like 200 pounds now. So I think the bigger you are, I think the more tired you get. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I think so. I also think we're like in the same weight class, so we should like
We can
maybe
talk
we
about
should
this.
wrestle. We should wrestle when we get
You
here.
were a good. I wrestled for 1 year. You were a varsity wrestler, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You were CIF?
No, what's CIF?
No, because that's a California thing. Like the best of the best would go to CIF.
Yeah, yeah. I was in Indiana. I don't know. I made regionals. I did okay.
Okay, cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And would you wrestle at like 130?
135.
I know. Like, where did it go wrong? I think I wrestled
Yeah,
like
exactly.
125.
I started a YouTube channel and then I gained.
Yeah. These goddamn beers. We got to figure out a way to make, I don't know.
You should make a fitness YouTube channel.
Like, how do they make no calorie soda? Can we do no calorie beer?
Hop water?
Yeah. I mean, how does soda pull it off?
Jeez, I don't know.
I know. Aspartame and like
Right.
tobacco.
I wonder if that will become a thing like aspartame. Well, it doesn't ferment though. But I was just thinking like a sugar-free beer. But I guess like non-alcoholic beer is kind of like that. But
I heard a bad story about
I
a
don't know.
dude who did chewing tobacco and drank a lot of Diet Coke and he had to lose all 4 of his teeth.
jeez.
Yeah, because I do chewing tobacco and it still kind of makes your teeth feel weird, because you can kind of like, it's definitely not good for your gums. You see your gums kind of go down a little bit. And
Yeah.
then I don't think anybody on planet Earth knows what aspartame is. There's probably teachers in schools telling these kids that it's part of the 5 food groups or whatever. It's one of those things that'll be like in 20 years. It was
It's the
just
bottom.
yeah. So I just knew one dude that liked chewing tobacco and aspartame, and it was like the ultimate combination to lose your teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like all those like fake sugars, they really mess with your like metabolism and your
Yeah.
sense of what's sweet and all that.
Yeah. Why don't we just go back to sugar?
dude, because sugar gets dragged through the rug. You know how many comments I get a day that's like, this ginger beer is made with real sugar, so it's bad for you. It's not good. You know, like people are just shitting on all these like fermented foods just because they have sugar in them.
I always drink a Mexican Coke whenever I have the opportunity.
It's everything in moderation. That's the key, I think, to everything. A little coke, a little
cocaine, little nose rips,
little-
cocaine.
right, yeah, right.
I just figure if it's more natural and it's grown from the ground and less in a lab, it's probably better for you in the long run.
Yeah, I completely agree.
But I'm drinking
Grains, hops, water. Now we're just gonna find natural yeast.
Yeah.
Go in your backyard and find some.
Were you ever a soda guy? Did you ever rip through a ton of soda?
When I was like in high school, maybe I would do like Code Red, Mountain Dew, Code Red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Code Red skis.
I worked for PepsiCo, which is like a Pepsi-based, it's the Pepsi company.
Right.
And like it was funny because you would think you would get like endless soda anytime you want, but you had to pay for it. But
Really?
I had access to like all of it, any variety you could think of, Baja Blast or whatever. But
That's wild. You go to McDonald's, you can get all the refills that you could ever imagine.
well, McDonald's was a Coke based, so not a McDonald's.
Okay, so you guys were Taco Bell, KFC.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so every McDonald's is a Coke, yeah?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Dude, and there's like psychologies behind the Coke. Like Chad Ochocinco swears by it. I think John Daly swears by it. Like a lot of people, like the straw is a little bit wider at McDonald's. A lot of people don't put ice in their Coke. There's something about a McDonald's Coke that is just way like the best of the colas. Like straight up tweaker
like extra
shit.
syrup or something. Shit. Like extra concentrated. I don't know. The Mexican Coke, that's the best Coke.
That's the best Coke.
It's actual sugar.
Azucar. Yeah.
Yeah.
What up, Sterling B? How are you, my braj? Good to see we got Patrick Shandy still here, man. We still got Noam. He's on that Colombian.
Back off, war child.
He's on that
Seriously.
Colombian Coke train, man. Get over here. Where's my invite? I dipped until my gums felt like cancer. Yeah, I'm kind of getting there. I've got a bet with a buddy. He's trying to quit smoking cigarettes. I'm trying to quit dipping. We have to both give up tobacco January 1st, or it's a $200 bet. And his wife put us on camera and filmed it, and she wants him to quit more than anything. And I'm ready.
Do it, man. That'd be great.
Yeah, dude. I went from cigarettes to chewing tobacco, and now I'm just, ripping through sunflower seeds. But I figure salt's way better than whatever is in chewing tobacco.
Yeah. You just need your oral fixation.
Yeah, just something, man. Give me some little baby carrots and a little ranch packet.
Yeah. That's great, man. I'm excited for you. Do you have any other New Year's resolutions?
New Year's resolutions, I would love to do. Obviously, buy a house would solve all my problems. It would solve all my. Just to know I'm a homeowner and like leaving California randomly to come out here and I own a house would make a lot of sense. Like my biggest fear is like, I don't know, like my sister gets sick or somebody in San Diego gets sick and I have to move back. And I just like moved back. Like what? Like why did you go to Tennessee for a couple of years? Like what was that all about? Like, do you have anything to show for? That would fuck me up if that happened. Yeah. So to buy a house, as far as YouTube goes, Sterling B, I would love to put out 25 Homebrew for Life videos.
Okay. Yeah. Once every 2 weeks.
Yeah. So I think the name of the game is I can work at this place Thursday, Friday, and do a double on Saturday. And I can get my health insurance through them. And then that gives me Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off. So I could do the stream on Wednesday. So I'm trying to set that up right now. Buy a house,
dude.
pour beers, work at a brewery, do the stream every Wednesday, put out 25 to 30 Homebrew for Life videos, and then I don't know, just travel. Go to Portland, Maine, or GABF, man. But enough about me.
Oh,
What's your goals, man? Move to Knoxville?
Yeah, I'm moving in with you once you buy your house.
Let's do it. Shit, man, we could buy a huge house out here.
My resolution. So I want to do more. I want to do some live streams on my channel. I mentioned this to you, but like get like kind of like, you know, one-on-one conversations with somebody. Do 12 of those a year, so one for every month. I think
100%. Yeah.
On and get try and get some like new faces in there. Some people we haven't seen before.
Or some old faces that don't come
mean
like Peter Genus and
yeah.
But that'd be cool, and I recommend to upload or go live after you upload. I think that's like the best time that
right.
It's fresh, you know.
Yeah, you can like plug it at the end of the video.
Okay, so 12.
12, so one a month.
Okay,
and you're number one, right? You're gonna be number
rock
one.
and roll. You have. I swear on Jaws. I swear to Jaw. So you're gonna kick it off in January.
Yes. Yeah.
That's pretty conservative. What about twice a month? Is that too much drinking?
No, it's not too much drinking. I just think like I'll start there. I'll see where see if I like it, you know.
Right.
And I feel like I don't have enough like friends to invite on, but
what are you talking about?
I'm just joking. Well, I got you. I'll get you on. I'll get Steve on. I can get Peter Genus on. I'm sure I can get some other people on, but I want to get some
random people on you've never talked to before. Then it gets interesting.
Yeah. And then I just want to keep posting. I want to do more non-beer stuff because I feel like that is the trend.
I'm with you, bro.
Which I'll still make beer. I'll still do beer stuff, but
right.
I feel like that's kind of where things are going.
Well, check this out. Say you put 5 videos out on whatever, beer battered fish tacos, meat, this and that. Or I put 5 videos out on how to bartend, what Christmas drinks, or what are the most popular drinks from movies, you know, like the White Russian, or what was James Bond drinking? Was it a martini, shaken not stirred?
Yeah, shaken not stirred.
We'll make those and make it all, chop it up and do the Thebrusho or the Homebrew for Life way. And then you got this new crowd, and then you put out a homebrew video. It's like, what if you brought these people into brewing?
Yeah.
You worked backwards.
Yeah.
You know, so that would be rad.
That's kind of what I'm thinking is like, because I do feel like that is like or at least home fermenting is like the catalyst, I think, maybe for a lot of people is like they try it out and they're like, oh, maybe I could make my own beer now or something. But
yeah, it's just I think the beer thing is like the ultimate question mark. Like, do I do this? Do I spend $1,000? If you're into golf, sooner or later, like you're gonna buy that golf club set that's $1,000 or $1,500. You're just gonna do it.
Right.
Beer is like, I know nothing about this. This one's $500. This one's $700. This is $1,000. It's just like the ultimate, like your toes are on the diving board for way too long.
Yeah.
And I get it, you know, 100%.
Yeah.
I get it, man. Sterling B, $3 is easy. $30 a month. Sterling B, he's rocking the the Dookie too, man. Shout out to all the Dookies in here, man. Northwest Small Batch Brewing, super chat earlier, man. Much love. Stole his content or his topic idea, like how to make the 120 volt element better. He's got a video on that. Just to get away from the forks, give it the hook, just to sit right on top of your Phillips head points. And if nobody has any idea what I'm talking about, that's fair. But for those who do, it's a better way to go. Get some non-beeries on Trent. Man-Made Me doing the most. Are they still putting out content?
They are, yeah.
Good
but
for
they
them,
are
man.
also they're doing great, but they are also seeing lack of, I think, viewers as well.
Yeah. And we've talked about this because I remember hitting you up and we were talking about, you know, your ginger beer video.
Right.
And you had a sake video that did pretty well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it just didn't roll over to the beer. It didn't roll over to like the video that came out that week.
Yeah, I think those videos also do really well in search. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like They may not hit week 1, but
Right.
over time they'll do well.
Right.
So,
Right.
and then will they stick around and watch, whatever crazy shit I'm making?
Dude, beer scares people away, man. Like, we are the chosen ones. We're like the football players, man. Not everybody can be special.
I think it's so intimidating. I think that people look at it and they're like, "Whoa, you need all this shit, or you need all this equipment, ingredients." I think the ingredients, for one, definitely intimidates people, but
You're
it's
right.
not hard.
You're
It's not
right.
hard.
You're right. And I'm uploading a video tomorrow, like bartending for beginners. And bottom line, if you can brew beer, you can fucking make drinks. You might not be a social guy or, the life of the party, nor you have to be, but you can make drinks at your house. You're just mixing stuff. There's no temperature control. You're not going to get burned. I mean, you could get burned if you're really kind of lighting, if you're cutting orange peels and lighting them on fire or toasting marshmallows. But like, bartending is this one weird thing in life where you can make a lot of money and you can learn everything in like 2 days. Like, you can't do that with beer. You can't do that with drywall. You can't do that with computer programming. And now that I work at a bar and I'm pouring drinks, bartenders make more money, but I don't respect bartenders. I respect brewers that make like construction worker money. Like, pouring drinks is not fucking hard. It's not hard at all. You're literally mixing shit together. Your jigger is pretty much your measuring tape. Do you know how to pour a half ounce or 3/4 ounce or 2 ounces? And I'm saying that in the video, and homebrew for life videos, I always kind of like shit on something. Like, I have to be like, not everything's cool or the best.
Right.
So I'm bringing that up, and I'll get some troll comments on this video for sure, where it's like, "Hey man, you're fucking pouring drinks. You don't have to dress like Wyatt Earp. You're not a blacksmith from Game of Thrones. Like, you're literally making drinks, And then I talked to the brewers where I work, and I'm like, I want to like meet these dudes. Like, I want to like I respect brewers. They're like the guys behind the curtain. We're the special ones, man.
Yeah.
Not everybody can.
Would you ever try and go work for a brewer?
You
as
can't,
opposed to, like,
because the
part-time?
people in the front of the house make twice as much money.
Oh, damn.
You just can't. That's why bartending is this weird fucking thing. Like, it's the ultimate job to just throw yourself into the fire.
Mm-hmm.
You can do, again, like, if you don't know shit about construction, your first month, you're going to be digging holes. You're going to be sanding wood, carrying shit around, and maybe priming wood.
Mm-hmm.
Bartending, by the end of 2 shifts, it's like, I got this. I'm not going to be flipping bottles around or whatnot. But and I'm not trying to shit on bartenders or whatever. But it's a very easy way to make a quick buck without having to work that hard.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And there's probably bartenders in here that might be rubbed the wrong way by that and this and that. But like, I don't give a fuck, and I stand by that. And I'm putting this video out tomorrow, and
Speak your truth, man.
I am a bartender. I'm allowed to make fun of it.
Right.
Yeah. I brew
I'm
beer.
excited. I'm
Takes a
excited to
long
see
time. I make drinks. The hardest part is just me having enough money to buy the goddamn bottle of Maker's Mark. I mean, it's just different. Brewing, if you make a drink, you're like, cool, I made a drink. If you brew beer and it's good, you're like, Tom Hanks, Castaway, I made fire. You're like, I literally just made fire.
Yeah.
There's not that many feelings you get. I don't get it from food.
Well, like you said, like cocktail, you can make instantly.
There's no temperature control. Nothing had to
But beer is
sit overnight. Beer is like the ultimate. Like, do you have patience? Do you understand measurements? Do you understand temperature control? Do you understand, like, oxygen's bad for food? Oxygen's really bad for shit that sits for 2 weeks, like at room temperature in a hallway closet. Sterling B. Damn, we're getting some members coming in, baby.
Nice, dude. Hey,
From the
guys,
top,
super
man.
chat.
Hey, I want to give a couple big shout outs, man.
Go for it.
108 Ales, man. Much love, Brosh. Sterling B has become a Brosh. We got some snipers in the tower. They've been all quiet, man. They've been all bartenders. I've got one Adderall. I'm not gonna do it tonight. I'm gonna wake up and I probably won't even do it tomorrow, but like
Oh, I think you said ad roll, like you have an
Adderall.
ad to read.
No, I got
like
one
today's
Adderall. That's
stream is brought to you by Squarespace.
It's brought to you by fucking Nose Beers. No Brewing. It's really sad how little brewers get paid. You know what, Noam? You could say the same, dude.
Heard
No,
that.
member for 22 months. You could say the same thing about cooks, man. Those guys are back there. They're around knives all day. They're getting burnt. It's like a 6x6 little. I've worked at some places where there's like 4 guys that are just like
Turning
clunk,
out the same
clunk.
food
Yeah, just bump
all
into
day.
a guy, this and that.
Yeah.
Sterling B, dude, how can I pay you to stream weekly? I make money. Donate $1 million to
Super chat.
at thebrusho.com. No, I'm just kidding, man.
You
No,
can pay me.
I appreciate that, Sterling B. We're just I'm just trying to get back into the stream of things, but the string of things. But this has been a really good year, and hopefully after this year, I can buy a house and then kind of go back to the way things were, when I could focus more on my YouTube bullshit and less on being a bartender. But it's the ultimate thing. You know, if you have a dream or you want to open up a business one day or this and that, like be a bartender at night, and you'll have your days opened up, and you can whatever you want to do, start a company or a YouTube channel or sell real estate or whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also know a lot of people that are great bartenders that meet a lot of their clients that do mortgages, or they do insurance, or they do home loans, and it's a really good way to network and connect.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah, like if you really want to grind, like if you're just kind of the bartender guy to kind of network and this and that, and you're a cool dude, because people typically kind of like enjoy bartenders, you know, the thin line between therapists and bartenders. And then you catch wind and this guy's trying to buy a house, or he needs car insurance, and you're the guy that's licensed, like it could be a layup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
No, I've got friends that make a ton of money that way.
All right, I gotta go pee real quick. Can I run to the bathroom? I'll be right back. You
Yeah, we'll
still
take
working
one.
on that PB&J?
I still got the PB&J.
Jeez,
Dude,
come on.
here's what happened before you squeege. It comes out every 6 weeks, and we splurge on it, and it'll sell out. The cases will sell out in 5 hours, and all the draft will sell out in like 3 or 4 days, and we get it in. So after that, we're just like good for a month. So
Yeah.
I'm still got residual PB&J from Black Friday, so now I'm just kind of chillaxing, doing my thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be right back.
I watch C8 work for Cat Food Money, man. Love Kim Hill. Sterling B, man. It's good to see you guys. Yeah, it's just been so inconsistent. The 2 places I got jobs at, you know, for the first like 3 or 4 months, you never want to be the guy that's like, hey, like, can I get this night off or this and that? So as new people come in, and I'm not the new guy anymore, I think I've got a little bit more leverage, but I will definitely get Wednesday night back. Scout's honor. And if I'm not out of town, or if I'm not feeling like shit, we will be cooking with grease. Who's talking shit? Yeah. But this is always my shit. This is always fun, man. I love that people come on. We have a good time. We're talking beer. What's always going on. I think this kind of started with Tailgate's video. You know, he owns a brewery. I love his grind. I respect the shit out of it. But I get it, you know, and I think he hit the nail on the head with the people that come and go. When it used to be cooler, and he even cycled about like you get into beer, and then you want to go IPA, and then you want to go up, and then everything kind of circles back to Pilsner. He hit on that, but I think that the diehards will always be here, and that's us. That's you
Ride or
guys.
dies. Ride or dies.
The ride or dies, man. Hey, can we go in for that Paper Crowns now? Because that's a really good beer, too.
Do it.
Did you already crack it?
Not yet.
What are you drinking right now?
The Mexican lager.
Okay, I'll be right back. Hold it down. What up, Casey Metallic? What up, Raj? We got the same name. The same spelling. Except I got an O in front of my name.
You got a Casey tattoo? I want to hear that story when we get back. Oh, Casey. Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
One sec.
All right. What's going on, guys? I'm going to grab this beer. Anyone out there brewing non-alcoholic beers or like experiment with it? I'm working on a recipe right now. I've kind of been experimenting. But I know that a lot of people do like what is it called? Sober January, dry January. So I want to put out a non-alcoholic beer for then, but we'll see. I don't know. Oh, we got an outfit change. Got cold. Is it cold there? Is it cold? Is it cold in Knoxville right now?
I didn't change an outfit. What you talking about? My pants too low or something? All right, here you go, man. Paper Crowns. This is my favorite
All right.
hazy for the price.
I got it too.
Got it right here. Hold that shit up. Let it sit there. Oh, we should take a picture of that.
Yeah, you should.
Okay, hold on.
Screenshot.
Nah, because I worked there.
Jewel.
Yeah, that's weird. You can do it. Nah, but then I'm in the picture. That's even weirder. That was just cool for the one.
And you get fired for being in the picture.
We're coming down to December.
It's December. Oh,
Or
wait.
we're coming down to the end of the year. Like, if I get fired December 31st, that's a lot better than me getting fired 6 months ago. No, I'm kidding. No one's getting fired.
That is true though. Better to get fired now than later, earlier.
It's better to get fired the further I get till the end of the year.
That's right.
All right.
People are saying. I asked people about doing non-alcoholic beers, and they're saying.
What do you know?
Petey says Party Guile is the way to do non-alcoholic beers. Have
Dude,
you ever brewed a non-alcoholic?
no, and I'm just not doing that. I'm not
No?
making gluten-free bread. I'm not making vegan food. I'm not making non-alcoholic beer. In a perfect world, if I could attack YouTube like a weekly uploader, I might consider that just for views.
Right.
But A, like I'm dumping that batch, and B, I don't have the time for that. I just don't. You know, one thing that helped me out with YouTube these last 6 months is like, I think I got a sponsored video every month, and
That helps.
that helps out a lot. How's your Spike and Delta email inbox blowing up? Not those brands in particular, but I know that there's only a handful of brands.
Yeah. No, I mean, I get emails, and then I'm like, let's work. Let's make something happen. You
Yeah.
know, I try and work it out as best I can. Because at the end of the day, like, I think, and what people don't realize is like, if a brand reaches out to us and they want to put a sponsored segment on our video, it lives forever. You know.
Yes.
Whether or not, like, you know, everybody watches it the day it comes out, or somebody watches it 10 years down the road, like their name is still like stamped onto that video. So it's a matter of finding like a company, one, that I trust their values and I trust their product, but also like that wants to be a partner, not just like, you know,
Right.
I don't know. It's an interesting space that I've never like dealt with before doing YouTube.
It's an interesting space too, in the regards that there's only so many companies, you know. So say that like Clawhammer hits you up, Anvil hits you up, Grainfather hits you up, and they're like, hey, I all want review videos, and I'll pay you $1,500 or whatever. It's like sooner or later you're gonna have to bash something.
Right.
Not everything's good. Not everything's. They're all. not the same, but like they're all very similar, you know? So it's like,
Right.
it would just be so much easier if it was like, if you just had like a grain sponsor, a hop sponsor,
Yeah.
a yeast sponsor, and then a system sponsor that were like, hey, we'll just give you $500 or whatever, $200. You're like, this would help out significantly.
Yeah.
And I don't think that they get that. I think that would keep BrewTubers going a lot better, a lot more so. And you know, these big companies, like $500, that's not shit to like Yakima Valley.
Yeah. And I'm surprised that they aren't like reaching out to more people.
Well, the problem with my video is I made a video with Yakima, and I think I got $500. I think I got $500. I don't know if that makes me sound like a douchebag right now, or not. Talking about money, I understand that, but I think it's so little money we can't talk about that. But I think that everybody that reached out to me was stoked on it. But like the old guy, the Mr. Burns upstairs, was like, "What the fuck is this?" Like
There's always
tweaker,
that guy, Mr. Burns.
yeah,
Always up there.
tweaker cats and like killer cats, and this guy is talking about buying a gun. Like, I don't think, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
this guy's just not our generation. And when Inkbird hit me out, I think that was the month after, because I had a kind of a thing going for a second, because it was Yakima, Inkbird, Anvil, and then Anvil hit me up again. And any which way, yeah. Inkbird, I was like, they were like, hey, can you take everything down and just make like a 10-minute video on this?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've talked about this on there. I was like, you guys are idiots. Like, you have to watch the channel. You know what's bigger? It's not all search traffic. There's a community. People watch this channel for the personality.
Right.
That's what kind of keeps the average view duration up. That's what kind of keeps people around. My Mythical Morning, best example of that. It doesn't matter what those guys do. They could eat Doritos. They could sit on whoopee cushion. They like whatever. We could eat waffles. Like, who's got the best fast food salsa? It doesn't matter. And if like you're from this other country that doesn't watch this channel, and you're like, hey, push our bag of chips, and they go on there, it's like, that's your fault for not watching the channel. You're spending money. So I'll send you the emails on that one day, but it was pretty funny going back and forth with Inkbird. Yeah,
it is funny. Like, a lot of the people are commenting, like, when like Inkbird came through, or like Olive Nation, like there's always these like moments when like they reach out to every single person and we all make the same video.
First things first, yeah. The funny thing about Olive Nation though is I see their shit at breweries. A lot of like, they'll have the big jugs back there. They'll have like the 1 or 2 gallons. But Inkbird, it was like, we've been using your products for 10 years, and you come out now, it's everyone already has it. You guys are just fucking idiots.
Right.
And the video that they sent me, they're like, hey, can you make a video like this? I didn't even read it right. But it was, Inkbird has a great product. They have a fantastic product. And they've got a bunch of barbecue products or cooking products or thermometers and this and that. And I was like, oh shit, they have this brand new product that they want me to like. They've been watching my channel. They know, like, we're gonna move it into cooking and barbecuing now.
Right.
And when I finally looked back and I was like, well, I gotta kind of reread everything. And they talked about the model. They're like, yeah, it's this model, this and that. I was like, this is the fucking Inkbird we have. This is Inkbird. This is the only Inkbird I know. They just sent me that video as an example of like, do it like that. And in my dumb mind, I just didn't do my math. I didn't do my research. I literally thought I was getting this. And I opened up the box and I was like, I've got 10 of these fucking things.
Right.
Yeah.
I got like, I've had other companies that make the exact same product reach out to me too. It's like, it's not like they're doing anything that's like magical. It's like,
no. So it's good to do. I don't know, man. And I've had weird, like, Spike hit me up or Delta hit me up. They're like, hey, you have good content. We have a great product. We should collab. It's like, now I don't want to collab. Like, that was just a weird. I know you do watch the channel. You're not a bot, but like, We have I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
Do you
People
roll a
are-
spike?
People are chiming at me about Vivor in the comments, and my thoughts
I
on them. But
Vivo was in my last video.
were they really? Oh yeah. You called them out.
I didn't call him out. I went back and I did the whole unsolved mysteries part.
Yeah.
The one dude.
Yeah.
I stole all the clips from that movie from Basketball when they
Right.
don't know where Trey Parker went. But any which
Right.
way, Brosh, have you tried this beer yet? Can you tell me a little bit
I
about it?
have. Yeah.
Okay, what do you
Yes.
think?
It's good.
It's
I'm
good.
not a huge hazy guy,
That's fucking weird. But I like it. I respect it.
but for as far as they go, this is really good.
It's not bad, huh?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
Is it too juicy or too much hot burn?
It's just not. I don't know. I just expect bitterness, and there's like none.
Okay. I mean, that's
like,
kind
I
of
like
like
West
the
Coast hoppy,
Okay.
thing. But
Dude, I don't see too many West Coast IPAs anymore. I really don't. Every
I
menu
know.
is just like
Point.
napalm juicy. I saw a beer called like napalm juicy or double napalm juicy, and then it was like hazy underneath that. I was like, I know that's all the same beer. I just know that that's all the same, at least up until maybe the dry hop editions.
Yeah. It's also like a lot of these hazies. This one is better, but like a lot of them have that super chalky mouthfeel. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Sterling
But this
B. Here we go. Not to sound like a douche, I'm literally asking how much to pay CH to do this thing. I'm a lucky dude who makes too much money. Well, little life lesson. Anybody who says that I make too much money, kind of a douche move. But I trust that you're not a douche. I'm literally asking how much to pay. No one's got to pay anything. I think me and the Thebrusho, when you're making $1 a day or you're making
He wants you to
$2
make
like there's just a passion project that I think we just grew up, and me and Trent have had a lot of talks about movies and cinema and being inspired from everything, spaghetti westerns, Stanley Kubrick, this and that. I think we were going to be forced to put out YouTube or work with YouTubers at a certain point in our lives. So I mean, the money's nice and this and that, but I think that whether it's $1 or $1,000 or a sponsored video, like there's a video always going to be on our mind or being worked on. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the
You got
YouTube
something.
channel will live on, but Sterling's trying to figure out how much he can pay you. Sterling wants to know how much he can pay you so you can keep doing it forever.
Nothing. But I appreciate that, Sterling Brush. Good looking out, my dude. No, I appreciate that a lot. I mean, we're literally just hanging out and bullshitting. And I think that one of the reasons that this stream is cool is because people aren't PR'd out. Nobody in here is like a famous guy who's on television that knows what to say. Kyle's our good friend. We talked about Clawhammer tonight, how they can improve. We talked about this. We talked about that. And I don't know. We just get drunk. We don't get drunk.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get drunk. But there's just kind of a sense of honesty. And obviously the theme is brewing beer. And then the theme outside of that is craft beer enthusiasts. But for the most part, it's the people who have brewed beer that have sat around, brewed shitty batches, didn't quit. I'm definitely way more of a poser these last 2 years than ever. But I've still brewed fucking 100 batches of beer in my life, like that took a lot of my fucking life away. So I can relate to, a handful of people.
Yeah.
I've probably brewed more batches of beer than I've made spaghetti or macaroni. Like,
Wow.
what have you ever done 100 things of that, Brusho? Not talking like make cereal. Like, have you ever made like 100 of your favorite entree? 100 top ramen nights.
Probably not. No.
I know. So it's like,
I haven't made 100 of the same beer,
no, but I'm saying, but brewing beer is kind of all the same. Whether even when I was doing the hard seltzer things, like that didn't take a full brew day. I brewed probably 5 or 7 hard seltzer batches. You're still like getting up, buying propane tanks, weighing shit out.
Right.
formatting memory cards, putting in batteries, make sure and shit's charged. I mean, that's not just microwave and dino nuggets.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Much love, man. We got the monthly subscription. Sterling B, man. My middle name is Sterling. I've got that tattooed on the other. I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah. On between my cheeks.
Do you want to hear the OKC tattoo?
Yeah. I want to know it.
Just my mom's maiden name.
Oh, okay.
So like I'm
So you were named
two,
after.
two last names.
Okay.
There's a lot of Nolan Ryans out there, Ricky Bobby's out there with
Yeah.
two last names. Sorry, two first names.
Mm-hmm.
I got two last names, Braj. So what's your mother's maiden name?
Gross.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
So your name would be Gross Musho.
Yeah.
That sounds like a pretty fucking badass death metal
Yeah.
band.
She always like complained she hated her name her whole life. It was
Does she
Catherine.
at least have the E at the end, like Grossy Point Blank, or is it just
No.
Oh,
GR
double
gross.
S and she's out? Man.
Yeah, man.
Knothead Brewing. I've probably cooked 100 rack of ribs. That's fucking awesome. I appreciate that because you've honed in something that you're into. Trent's a vegan, so close your eyes and your ears. And
That's cool. Knothead is a channel member, so I love Knothead.
shout out to Knothead, man. And I think that's badass. Like, how many people have done? I mean, I don't know if he's the Barrage. I know him. He's I follow him on Instagram.
Yeah.
But like, if you're 30 years old and
said-
you've done like 100 things, like 100, I don't know,
Right.
like potlucks or 100 brews or distills or whatever, like
Right.
you've got passion. Like you've got something's going on. You know, you're not just fucking aimless in your hobby department.
Yeah, for sure. I was just thinking about like how many videos have I posted at this point? Has it been 100?
What am I at? What beer are you on?
3?
Yeah. I'm on 4. 1, 2.
Oh, nice. Well, I did have a cider before this, so technically.
So this is number 4. I've got 2 Toros, a PB&J, and a Paper Crowns. Are we doing good?
We're doing great, man.
How's your alcohol level these days? Is it taking you more booze to get buzzed, or are you getting a little bit drunker after less booze, like me?
Well, like I've been like drinking less, so I basically like limited it to like 2 to 3 times a week. So I feel like when I do drink, I do get drunk faster.
It all kind of depends what you're doing. Like if you are by yourself, kind of just lounging, do you get drunk faster?
I feel like I don't drink as much when I'm just by myself. I'm just like sipping, you know. I'm not like trying to get trash.
Right.
But we are drinking like these are all like above 6%. Yeah, 6.5, 6.8.
Dude, that's like not that. This is 6.8. Okay, so 7% is kind of the.
Oh, it's all boy cans, so it's a little more.
It's kind of on the crest. Remember,
I'm having
7% was like
I'm
the
having
norm.
fun. I'm having.
No, we're chilling. I'm stoked you're here. But like, you know what I'm saying? If you're in a jacuzzi by yourself or in a bath and you have one drink and you're just like, whoa, like that got me. And or sometimes you'll be at a party and you're so trying to get focused on meet people and not blow it and shake hands. You've had like 6 drinks and you're just still dead sober.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I know what you mean. Yeah.
yeah, might, ultimately depend kind of what your drinking social atmosphere is in and
Location based atmosphere, all that goes into play.
yeah, for sure. Like, are you still checking out like if Black Plague, who's very close to you, if they have a new IPA, like, are you down there checking it out, or are you just kind of like that ship sailed?
Yeah, no, no. I'm not like a big hype beer guy. Like, I'm more like if I'm in the area, I'll stop by and check it out.
Especially when it's like a Monday or a Tuesday when it's not crowded.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, you've been there as long as I've been in Tennessee almost. You're coming up on 2 years.
Yeah, I
You're
moved when you
April.
left.
You're
I
April.
literally moved in when you left. I was like,
Wild.
basically, the only reason I came to San Diego was to hang out with you, and you're like,
Shut
actually,
up,
I'm
man.
leaving.
No. Are you still digging San Diego?
I love it. Yeah,
Good.
I had zero regrets moving down here.
Good. Better pace than LA.
For sure. Yes.
LA still way traffic.
It's insane. And I
Yeah.
drive up there. Dude, I was driving back actually from LA last weekend.
Yeah.
And the car in front of me on the 5, their like tire like popped off and then it hit my
God.
car and went under my car.
What?
Yeah. And it fucked up the whole underside of my car. Luckily, like, like under the car was like a bunch of plastic. So I just kind of like fucked that up. But
Yeah.
I was like, man, I would be good if I didn't have to drive this highway ever again.
No, I swear to myself, I'll never be in Los Angeles ever again. I just won't.
Yeah.
I just won't. There's really no reason for me to, but I don't know. If there's like a $5 plane ticket from Knoxville to LAX, I might take the bus down, but it's just not worth it. Like the last time I was in LA, I did Knoxville to LAX. And then the train station broke down, and I wasted a whole day to save $100.
Yeah.
I'm like, this wasn't worth it. I don't know about too many people in one spot, man. It's just too many people in one spot.
Yeah.
It's just a lot.
I get it.
Yeah.
I understand. I've lived in both, and I now fully understand.
Well, I thought San Diego was becoming LA, but I guess I knew nothing compared to someone who's actually from or lived in LA. San Diego's
Yeah.
9. I mean, you're still gonna have traffic in San Diego.
I grew up in Indiana, which is like
Right.
pretty small.
Midwest.
Then I moved to Chicago, which is huge.
Yeah.
Then moved to LA, which is even bigger.
Right.
And then moving to San Diego feels like the perfect, like the Goldilocks zone for me, at least.
Right.
It's like I'm close enough to like the city and the environment that the nightlife and doing things that I want to be in, but it's not like out in the middle of nowhere.
Right. So when are you going to come out to Asheville and Knoxville, though? Like, all jokes aside, when do you really want to get away?
I would love to come, like, in 2024, I'd love to come out at some
Okay.
point.
Well, if
Yeah.
I buy a house, you got to come out.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I've got a girl, like, I'll give you my house. Like, I've got a girl in West Knoxville. I wish I could take her more serious, but she's 35 and has 2 roommates that aren't cool. And there was always guys over there, and she's from this town. She doesn't get it, she just doesn't get it. Like, you go over to your chick's house, and there's like 2 guys in the kitchen making chili. And I'm like, what's up? Is Rachel here? They're like, I don't know. I'm like, fuck, this sucks, man. Like, I wish I could take the chick more serious. Like, she doesn't. Like, that's not a cool move after you're 30 years old. Like, live by yourself
Yeah.
or have really cool fucking roommates. Don't live with like stoner fucks. I fucking hate stoners. Can't stand them.
Like, no, God.
No, like stoners, like heroin stoners, where they just get baked and they're just like fried all day. It's like, dude, you haven't grown out of this shit. Just drink beer, man, and do fucking cocaine in bathroom stalls like an adult, like me. I'm just kidding. That's all the time we have. What's the red light, man? Is this on? Yeah. Get a text from Zool. And you're fired. You want to see how this works? Ship shape. No. I've been fired before. I'll be fired again.
Fired via Slack.
Fired
That would
on
be a
Slack.
fire.
God, Slack is the scariest thing of all time. Anybody who just posts on Slack a lot, man.
Dude, I got coworkers that say some things on Slack that I'm like,
I-
this is clearly being monitored by somebody.
Dude, I guarantee you the people that you're talking about, we're never hanging out with them. It's like the 60-year-old dude that goes fishing at 5 a.m. and shows up to the work every night. This is who I'm imagining right now that I work with, that just like, dude, if I ever see you outside of this job, it's just not going to happen. Or if I do, coincidentally, like, it's going to fuck my night up. Just how much I
Right.
don't want to see your face right now. Yeah. Sometimes in life, you're just that guy. And if you're that guy, we're never fucking hanging out. Sterling B, I love the Bruce Show and support his channel, but recognize CH is a great personality that I wish I could utilize. Sterling B, what do you do for a living? He makes a lot of money. Bruce Show, where'd you go?
I'm right here. I've changed the lights.
Oh, he's putting on the scream mask. Dude, and Trent, thank you so much for making that video, and that worked out well. I wish I would have shot it better.
That was perfect.
No, it wasn't, because I was looking at the camera to see where it was, and then it snapped into it. But I think maybe I'm the only person that could.
Well, I mean, if anyone like really was looking around, yeah, I'm sure you could see continuity errors. But like, I got your video
That's a good
early
word.
enough
Continuity
that I
error?
could like I could film around it. You know?
No, that was great. And did you put in the? Was that the Thriller laugh? Was that the what's the guy's name?
No, that was your laugh, and I just pitched
No.
it down.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who's the guy I'm trying to think of? The guy that gives him the hands from Edward Scissorhands. Vincent Price.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yes. No, it was your laugh. I just pitched it down.
No, that was great. And I've got a dude at my work who's like obsessed with Michael Myers. His name is Vinny the Boogeyman. Check him out on Instagram. He's super cool. Check him out right now. Vinny the Boogeyman. He's like 10 years. He's like 10 years older than us. Dude.
You know how many comments I get a day that are like,
we should all follow him right now. He'd be like, whoa, what's up?
Boogeyman.
But he's super he was super into that video that I posted. He's like, hey, like, what's up? Like, how do I start a stream? Like, can I come on your stream? I listen to a lot of horror movie podcasts.
Dude,
Elementary barrage coming through like a fucking barrage, dude. There it is. Ocarina of Time, Zelda. Love you, Brian. Much love, man. Hey, Brusho.
Yes.
Back to the whole PB&J part. I guarantee you the next hype beer that we're going to see was Brian's video, was the French toast beer. And he talked about in his video, he's like, it doesn't really kind of taste like French toast. Someone's going to nail it. I swear to God, all the beers are going to become Doritos flavors or cereal.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
I agree. I mean, that is definitely
We should try that beer after the PB&J beer.
Yeah. We should just find like childhood snacks and then make them into
What do we? Oreo cookie beer, Blizzard beer, Butterfinger beer. No,
Dunkaroo beer.
Little Debbie sour.
Yeah.
No, big love to Brian, man. Shout out to Elementary, and I'm not even kidding about that, man. And he did that on the Anvil 2.5 system, and I thought about doing that video too. I thought about maybe talking with them, but you can.
You made like you didn't you make a cinnamon toast crunch video or something?
French toast, same shit. Same idea.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of lactose, a lot of cinnamon,
Right.
a lot of what? What else?
Bread. Eggs.
Like, what's in Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Just sugar and cinnamon? Brown sugar and cinnamon?
Brown sugar, yeah.
Huh. Yeah, Brian, we got to put this together.
Wait, I thought you made that video. That was like a video you made.
Brian made the video. Elementary made the video.
You made a cinnamon toast crunch video, didn't you?
I made a Cinnamon Toast Crunch stout, and it was way light. It was way light on the cinnamon. If you're going to call yourself Cinnamon Toast Crunch, you have to go overboard.
Yeah.
You have to go for nothing but like little kid 7-Eleven sweetness.
Right. You got to go PB&J level of flavor. You got to bring it.
Fruit roll up sour. Elementary.
Yes.
We got to do a collab. We'll do the PB&J. I would love to get Brian some. I would love to get Elementary some PB&J beer. It's a tough beer for even me to get. There was a girl that tried to reserve 3 cases of it. It was like $350 even after a discount. And she didn't pay for it for 2 days and just had it in the walk-in. And people were picking it up. Other employees were picking it apart, just trying to grab a 4-pack of it. And it started this whole thing of like, how much can we take? Do you have to pay for it that day? I was like, guys, this is peanut butter and jelly beer. Like no reason to, throw rocks through a Foot Locker or a Riot. Like, guys, we're talking about beer here. Like, everyone just chillax.
I think you got to get the recipe. I think what the idea is, like, you get the recipe, you brew it to recipe specs, and then I'll try and like make it what I think the recipe would be.
I'll tell you right now, you hit the nail on the head. I didn't say it, you did. It's not a beer, and you said that it was gluten free. It is technically it's a sour because there's no grain in it. I don't think there's actually any hops in it, but I'm cool with the owner. I worked for him for one day, and I'm not trying to diss commercial brewing, which means I'm about to diss commercial brewing, but it just sucks. Like I went in there, we got buddy. He watches Homebrew for Life, and his name's Bentley, and he's a great dude. And I went in there and I just straight up just cleaned like 100 tap handles after a festival, and like that's why I respect commercial brewers. Like that's what they do. You know, there's a lot of repetitive work. Don't lose the gasket down the drain, the red, the black. You know, take all these things apart. This is what these guys do every day. And I talked to him about the PB&J. He's like, I will give you the recipe. I will give it to you. And that best thing he could have said, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Get it. You should get it. You brew it to what he says, and then I'll try and brew something completely different.
It's almost better if he didn't give us the recipe. He's like, well, figure it out for yourselves. I'm like, sure. Okay. You know, we'd probably go and ass backwards and do a bunch of grain.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Like, I'm never brewing with the Cerevisier ever again. That was just way too.
No, dude, that shit is insane.
Used to do it. They used to do it. I talked to them about it. Their beers were coming out like 2.8 pH.
It's
too strong.
The one that I made was like unbelievably sour, but Brian from elementary loved it.
I mean, I'm a 3.3 guy, I thought, and 5 gallons of that. You better have some friends that drink sours.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Can we get Brian in here? I keep remembering that you guys are both on the same time zone.
If he wants to come on, I'll hang out.
I mean, we're hanging out. It's only 11:15 my time. I don't have to work tomorrow until 5. I just want to. My video tomorrow is going to shit on a lot of people who think they're cool for being bartenders, and it's going to make people that brew beer feel stoked.
Yeah.
Yeah. I almost kind of want to upload a clip, but the bummer about my Instagram now is I've got a lot of coworkers that follow me, which sucks because it's weird now because they're like, dude, you post weird shit. I'm like, yeah, it's all an act. And then we go out and we drink like 4 beers and you're like, you are that fucking idiot after like 5 drinks. I'm like, it's not all an act. You're learning. You're getting it. Can we get the elementary to come on down?
Come on down.
Are you pretty much always set up, Brusho?
What, for like interviews?
No, like can you pop on and do a stream?
I don't really like beer that much.
I mean, I pretty much, it's like, I have one light here and I got one light behind me that does the color light. I'm just switching it because.
And you're just on Discord. Yeah. You're not even on
Actually, this is my professional camera, so that's why it has the.
So should I do that? Dude, I love this camera. I love the little the Sony A6000s more than the Sony A7 series. It's so little. Brusho, check this out. Yeah. So you see how I just did that?
Yep.
So this thing didn't come around before, but now it's an external monitor right there. Yeah. And on my Sony A7, look at this clunky piece of shit. It's not a piece of shit, but
it flips out or does not flip out. What does he got going over there? Is that like a monopod? Yeah. I like how he has his whole like oh yeah, here we go. What do you got?
Trent.
Yes.
Okay, so here's the Sony A7 II, and just focus on like the body.
Right.
This camera's better and is way smaller. Can you see that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Significantly.
So
Right.
the A7's a full frame sensor, and the
Correct. But I don't care at all about full frame because everything I
Right.
do is zoom. Full frame
Right.
means nothing to me. So for me to look at what I'm looking at, I've got this thing on the shoe mount right here,
Right.
turned around with these shitty third-party batteries that always go out,
yep,
and you're changing these left and right.
right.
If they're going out of goddamn style, because they probably are.
You got to get the double wides, dude.
What do you mean?
They sell that same battery, but like double wide.
Dude, wait, is Brian here?
It's super heavy though.
Is Brian popping on?
I'm down if he is. Now that's the setup, he says.
He's got some things. Brian's got the...
Brian knows, like Brian acts like he
Brian's
doesn't
got, I
know.
know, Brian's got a
stuff,
Canon.
but he knows stuff. He
You
knows
have a Canon.
I got a Canon, yeah. I got a crop sensor as well, dude. I don't care about crop
You don't need crop sensor. I've been shooting YouTube videos for 5, 6, 7, 8 years. You know how many pictures I've actually took on this?
How many?
0. I've never taken a picture. That's what iPhones are for.
right.
Jorge, what's up, dog?
Wow.
Back off, war child. Seriously.
Time for a Slurpee ale. Get over here! Not
Dude,
lying, man.
Slurpee beers. Remember when Slurpee beers were a thing?
No?
Slushy beers, I guess. Slushy IPAs.
Brian can't come on, man. We'll get you on soon, man. Brian's here in spirit. Much love,
All right.
Coach. Thanks for that donation, man. Hope all's well. And we're going to steal your idea for the French toast beer.
Wow.
And by steal it, we're all going to brew it.
Back off, war child.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Or Cookie Crisp. Stout.
Cookie Crisp. You know what's funny, though, is like all the candies I loved growing up and cereals, like what were they? Like what was Laffy Taffy? What was the white one that would always rip your teeth
Oh,
out?
the Airheads.
No, the one that was
Airheads.
yellow and black checkered. And it was white chocolate, and it had like Reese's peanut butter inside of it. It wasn't a whatchamacallit.
I don't know. I'm not a white chocolate guy. I steer clear of that.
Why's it got to be white, bro? I'm just kidding. Don't not
It ain't chocolate. We all know that.
Dude, Sterling, I love you, baby. You're good, dog. We'll be around. Trent, I think a big deal with being a consistent streamer is maybe book people out for the year for you, or at least for the month.
Yeah.
Because that kind of locks it in. Because there were so many days where I'd be editing all day, and I just was like, fuck, it's Wednesday, we have to stream. And then God, Alias and Noam were down. They were always down just to fire it up.
Yeah.
But, you know, you got to, you know, I love those guys and can't wait to go on our next trip.
Right.
But it was like, I didn't even think to talk to like Brulosophy that week or the Homebrew Challenge or this and that. And whenever I would talk to Kyle, we'd go back and forth about this. I'm like, oh, hey, like, yeah, you want to be on the stream tonight too? So to have like a better handle on that would probably just lead to better consistency, one would think.
Yeah. Yeah, I would think so. Yeah.
But Abba Zaba, Hunter for the win. Dave
Abba Zaba.
Chappelle, Abba Zaba, you my best friend.
Wow.
Abba Zaba. That would get some clicks. If anybody had a beer, I don't give a shit if the beer ended up looking like Yingling or a shitty homebrew that I made. If you just had Abba Zaba on the thumbnail, it's impossible for me not to click.
Wow.
I've never heard of this.
What?
No.
Is this some kind of sick joke?
I don't really like beer that much.
Abba Zaba?
Never heard of it.
Gosh. Hey,
No. I love candy. I've never heard of this one.
you gotta work on that. You gotta work on hearing about.
And again,
Abba
I'm
Zaba.
not a white chocolate guy. I'm not gonna like reach for a white chocolate candy.
You would never know it's white until you opened it.
And then I'd be like, fuck that, dude. Give me a Reese's.
That was the candy if you had the tooth that wiggled and your dad always wanted to tie it to a doorknob. You're like, dude, I just can't do that anymore. Just do that. Yeah, Abba Zaba.
Wow.
Abba Zaba, you my best friend. Get over here. Later, Sterling. Have a good night, brother. Abazab was great, man.
Dude, all right, now I'm gonna like search this out. I'm gonna find an Abazaba this week.
I feel like we're on to something. No, as far as not starting a new beer trend, but like, I mean,
Yeah,
I guess
dude.
we're all kind of trying to. It's not trying to start a trend. It's just trying to like do something cool. But like, what was like 7-Eleven's highest year? You guys remember when they had Street Fighter 2 back there, and then Neo Geo, the 4-player one?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
what was the deal that year? They had like, what Slurpees were on? It was probably Coke, Pina Colada. What candies were they selling the most of? Nerds.
Right.
Heath, Butterfinger.
Gobstoppers.
Gobstopper.
Hubba Bubba.
Remember when Nutrageous came out and it was a big deal back in like '93?
Right,
They're like,
yeah.
Reese's has a new one. There's not only Reese's Pieces of the Buttercups. There's this thing called Nutrageous where they were totally just ripping off Snickers and adding the peanuts.
Yeah.
I was a fan.
Dude, do you remember Orbits?
I
The
don't.
drink?
No.
Orbits.
I don't.
It
I
was
remember
like this drink. It had little like balls in it. I think someone needs to make an alcoholic Orbits.
I'll look it up though, but I think we're throwing some fire back and forth. I think it's
Yeah,
there,
we
bro.
got an idea.
Yeah, somebody
got it.
wrote in the comment section Warheads IPA. I think that was Gnomsky. That's just using Cerevisiae yeast, you know. and I-
Exactly. Yes. 100%.
hey, do you know the brewery that did the they're in LA. It wasn't the Flintstones Push Pop. It was another candy we had growing up, but it was like an orange creamsicle sour, kind of where Zool was with their PB&J. Oh my god, I gotta look this up.
It's not like modern or Mother Earth, right? They do that creamsicle.
Mother Earth.
Cali
Delicious.
Creamin'.
Cali Creamin', yeah. Hey, big shout out, man. Jorge Hernandez became the barrage. We got Alias in the house. What's good, dog?
Oh yeah.
It's about time, man. Let's light this crowd candle.
Yeah.
Popsicle?
Bubble tea beer.
Popsicle, but it was spelled with a. Beer. But I actually wrote the guy a letter. I was like, hey, this was a phenomenal beer. He didn't write back. Fuck that guy. No, I'm just kidding. Sour.
Oh yeah. Someone elementary asked if it was brewery. Was it the brewery?
I think so.
They're always doing like weird shit.
Bruery.
Yeah. Uh-huh. They do some wild stuff, but then they also sell their like bottles for like $20. So. But maybe they know something we don't know.
That's what I'm talking about.
I want to circle back to Northwest's idea of doing a alcoholic bubble tea. How about that? I mean, like boba.
Can't do it, Braj. I'm afraid of that shit.
You're afraid of boba?
Yeah, pitch me plan B.
I went to a cocktail bar once where they had like alcoholic
Is it
boba.
El Segundo?
They make good beer. El Segundo makes great beer.
They do. Found it. Yes. It was a popsicle Sour Patch beer collab. Oh my god.
They make that Steve Austin beer, don't they?
Broken Skull,
Yes, yeah.
which is kind of a weird name for a guy who's got like a million concussions and a broken neck. and his
Right.
family hates him. It looked like this. I'm not finding it right now. Remember this from growing up?
Tell me. Yes.
Popsicle, but they spelled it that way.
Right, yeah.
But they
Yes.
added a very orange creamsicle and lactose vibe to it that just killed it. Man. I'm going to pull it up right now.
There's a company that does
Sorry,
like
guys.
Warheads beers. Have you seen those? They're very intense. Artisanal Brew Works. They make an artisanal.
Is that LA?
I don't know where they're from. But they make like Warhead beers. They make blue raspberry sour beers.
But that thing was cool 5 years ago because that was when people first started naming beers after stuff. But like now you just go sour with it, you know?
Yeah. Or you don't. You label it as sour and it's not actually sour.
Yeah, now if your label sells,
Maybe they-
it'll work for like a couple years.
As long as it's got cool artwork and tastes sweet,
Oh
it'll sell.
man. Okay. Got it. I found it. Oh my god. It was a pineapple. I found it.
Mm. You guys remember Four Loko? What
No.
happened to them?
Are they even still around?
I'm sure they are. Dude, I used to like love Four Loko. Not like genuine, but like I would like drink it and
Pineapple sour.
that would do for the night. One Four Loko.
Pineapple.
But maybe I need to make the video that's like homebrewed Four Loko.
Oh, hey, Thebrusho. I have probably a shitty idea, but in my mind, it's a good idea. How to make pruno. But there's that thing about pruno that says if you make it, you're going to end up back in jail or prison.
I think that is a great idea, but I think if you do that video, you got to build a whole like prison set, and you got to like actually put yourself in like a prison, and be like, how would I actually make this?
Or not only that, but I would just like talk about how like, hey, I did my time, man. I did my time, man. I went to that drunk tank. You know, that can change you, man. Like upper class, white suburbia, gated communities. Like you have no idea where I'm from, man. Like, you don't know shit. But it's all these clips of like blood in, blood out, and all these riots going on. I don't know. You don't really need props. You just need.
You get Mr. Beast to build you a set that's a prison.
That guy
and you
scares the fuck out of me. That's the last person on planet Earth I would ever want to meet. I can't find it, man. Okay. I'm going to put this video in the chat.
You should ferment something in the back of your toilet,
This was a great beer.
on the top side of your toilet. That would be cool. That would get clicks.
That'd be a video. I mean, I wouldn't actually ferment in there, just show like some B-roll of that.
right.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm really just trying to find this beer. It was a spoof I did about people that do beer reviews, and I did a video kind of making fun of them. And the beer's in it, but it only shows glimpses of it. But it's the popsicle art, and on one side, and on the other side, it's a pineapple. Oh, I found it. Screenshot. Trent, I'm sending this to you right now. What does this look like?
All right,
God
send it to me.
damn it.
Send it. Yeah, we can get Josh Weissman to co-star.
I'm there.
Exactly.
That guy sucks too. No, I'm kidding. He's cool.
Okay, I can see like part of the label here. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so watch the. God fucking damn it. I want to put this in the chat. How do you do it from your phone? I'll do it from my phone. Check us out.
You made this short. How to make a beer review video. I
Yeah.
gotta watch.
Yeah. I think it bummed some people out. The beer review guys were like,
Oh, it
"Damn."
bummed people out. Of course it did.
That's when you know it's shitty.
That's when you know it's a hit, when it bums people out.
I think you might be onto something. All right, here we go. If anybody can tell me.
Yeah, Martin's dad did drink bathtub beer.
Okay, I put it in the chat. If anybody can tell me what beer that beer is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. If there was a cool brewery that had good reputation behind it, did that beer, they would fucking be lines out the door. And the reason I believe in that is because I've seen it at Zool. Like, if it can happen in this place, it can happen at another place. Like, what one man can do, another guy can do. I do believe in that.
Yeah.
Unless it's, your brewery sucks and it might take some serious resurrection. It's more difficult, but I do still think that that's popular. Oh, it didn't let me put it in the chat because it's
I think anytime you throw like a popular, like you hit on a trend or at least something that like hits on nostalgia, like people are gonna get excited.
Okay, I'm going in Roswell style.
He's hacking into the mainframe.
I'll be back. No, but Brusho, generally, genuinely, I can't wait for your live streams, man. Like I really can't, because you did it by yourself, and that's a very tough thing to do.
Yeah.
You're just banking on the chat the whole time, and even at that, you're like, there's good questions and there's bad questions and there's mediocre questions.
Yeah.
You can't read them all. There's only a certain amount of time, and you did a great job with that.
Thank you. Yeah, yeah. I feel like I have to like prep a lot. When it's by myself, it's like I have to have like talking points. But I want to get people on to like learn about them. So I'll get you on, and like, you know, obviously your audience knows who you are, but like maybe a lot of my audience hasn't figured you out. And then get like you know, apartment brewer on. Maybe I'll get Sarah Flora on. She's trying to make a comeback.
Steve's not allowed to come on my podcast no more.
Get some like voices that, you know, like we haven't heard or
I
something.
put it in there.
All right, you got it.
Super down. And then you got to have like the best of the year special where it's me, Noam, and Alias. Like the end of the year.
Oh yeah.
Let's just get fucking drunk. Let's talk shit about our bosses. Let's praise everything that's chill. Let's talk shit about everything that sucks. Like, let's just fucking riff.
Right.
Yeah. It was.
Wait, so I'm watching
bad.
this video here, and it's in San Diego, so it has to be a San Diego
Or
beer?
LA. That's what I was thinking, like the brewery or El Segundo. But I saw that beer. Enhance. Super Tubers. Did you sniff it out?
I am actually enhancing it to see.
Gnomskis. Thebrusho. The gruesome threesome, man. Yeah. When are you ever going to come on a vacation with me, Alias, and Noam, Brusho?
Waiting
Back
for the
off,
invite.
Warchild, seriously.
Well, I guess no one's been to Asheville. Come on down! On the grand scheme of things, when I buy a house, everyone's going to come out. Alias, Gnomski, and you'll come out. We'll fight over the air mattress.
There
No,
you
I'm
go.
kidding. I'll sleep in the garage. I'll bring the beers. Whoa. Troy Homebrew, man. Gifted 5 Barrage Army memberships, dude. Much love, man. Got a lot of memberships coming through tonight. Get over here. Appreciate all the love, guys. Trent, can we keep going?
Yeah, dude, I'm good.
I was going to snort a bag of Adderall and have Gavin come over, but
Just replace you with it, Gavin, and I'm good for the rest of the night.
no, it's if you guys think I'm a fuckhead,
Back off, Warchild, seriously.
talk to Noam and Alias. Best dude ever to have your back. But if you think I can talk to a trash can for 3 hours, wait till you see this guy. Get over here!
I'm trying to like analyze each frame. of
Can
this,
nobody
but-
find out that
like-
beer? Why didn't that beer take off? It had to be. They had a bad batch after that. That was a great beer. That could have been a Zool beer.
Oh, all right. So the second word is tart. So it's like juice tart or something.
So instead of popsicle, it's juice tart because they ripped off the logo entirely.
Yeah. Oh, I'm getting close. I feel it.
Prusy, baby. I love the love, man. I love the love. And Noma's right. I gotta knock off this Wednesday shit. Talking about money again from the second time tonight. But I probably do make more money here than I do at my shitty gypsy job. And only Noam knows where I work. The only person who's ever visited me there. And it's a job. It's one of those jobs that's not cool. But it's a job.
Well, you know what? Jobs pay the bills, so.
Yeah, everyone's like, oh, I love my job. It's like, I've never really loved a job. It's either you hate a job or your job's just okay. Like, when are you supposed to start looking for a new job? Because I only look for a new job when I'm fired. Get over here!
You know what I love about this video? It's called How to Make a Beer Review, but you never say or show what the beer actually is.
Doesn't matter. That's the whole point. You've never seen that video?
No, not until now.
Should I
It's
post-
something tart. It starts with a J and ends with tart, but I can't figure it out.
Now we're going to fucking go to the grave never knowing.
Yeah.
Nathan, man, much love, Braj. The real McCoy over there, the Dookie. I mean, guys, I've got like 246 videos on YouTube. I can't be pissed if no one's seen a video. And the shorts went under the radar. Like, should I post that short on Instagram? Like, I'll post whatever on YouTube, but I always kind of feel fucking weird on Instagram because your phone always just keeps going and blows up. Are you kind of like that,
Yeah.
Trent?
I'll post them on Instagram, but it's like I don't expect much from it, you know. I think if you like really want to get into like the short game, is that you got to go on TikTok. But like, do you really want to spend time on TikTok? I don't know that I do.
I think that to really get in the Instagram game, you just have to be in one community. Like when it's like your family follows you now, or your aunt and your uncle, and you're like, yeah, but this is a beer channel, and I'm a fucking idiot. They're gonna be like,
Right.
what? But they would never watch the YouTube content, so you're safe over there.
Right.
No, yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
Dude, I'm still trying to figure out YouTube. I don't know anything.
I think the key to YouTube is to not do a homebrewing channel. Should we do one more beer? We're getting a lot of love right now. I think I'm gonna
I
take a
still
shot.
got half a beer over here.
All right, I'm gonna
still
take a
babying
shot.
this.
God, I want to put this video up before I go to San Diego. Good
How
to
much
see-
more do you got on it? How much more do you got left?
So the original setup was like, oh man, can I screen? No, I don't even want to do it. But it's like the first 30-second pace where it's like, hey, watch this video and it'll solve all your problems. And then it goes into the 2-minute slowed down pace of me ranting and being like, hey, if you could do this, if you can do your job, you can pour drinks. Trust me, there's nothing involved in that. And then I do this riff about like, yeah, I've got friends in Knoxville. They call themselves like celebrity bartenders. I'm like, celebrity bartender, I'm like, get the fuck out of my face, You work one day a week. You work 1 day a week and you're a celebrity.
Right.
But if anybody in Knoxville is like looking for celebrity bartenders, like my Mondays are open, like flip the script. And then, that joke I do is always kind of, like I rant on something and then I'm like, well,
If it pays the bills. all
right. Yeah. Where do I sign? And then it goes into, there's definitely good things about bartending that just I've learned from homebrewing, and there's a lot of idiots out there that will have nice booze and they'll put it on the rocks with their tap water, and their tap water is disgusting. And for us as brewers, I don't think we use tap water. I think it's a spring water or it's at least a bottled water. And I just always go with distilled water. And I've got this whole rant in there that, and I do this, but when I make drinks in my house, I fill up all my ice trays with distilled water because I love that it's not tap water. And I love that there's nothing in this. And I just know what the fuck is in this ice cube.
Right.
Yeah.
Did they come out super clear?
What?
Are
They
super
say
clear?
that. Yeah, they say that, but like you'll see in the video. But there's just so many people out there that will. Water's got this. Cold water has this loophole where if you freeze shitty tap water, not even freeze, but get it cold, like it comes out of your fridge, you can't taste the shittiness in it. And everybody does that. But if you really take that same water and let it sit at room temperature for a couple hours and then drink it, if it's weird, it's fucking weird. And you're putting your good booze in that.
Right.
And if it's good, then fill up your Johnny Walker Blue Label or in that. And this is something I don't even think bartenders think about. This is like a homebrewer thing. So I don't know. There's just like a bunch of just dumb shit in the video. It's like, do you know how to make simple syrup? Simple syrup's like the dumbest thing.
1-to-1.
1-to-1. Thank you. That's in the video. Shout out to Thebrusho right now. Anybody, dude, the dumbest fucking thing in the world is when you go on Amazon and it's simple syrup for $20 and there's like 5,400 reviews. It's like, fucking guys, it's dissolved sugar.
Right.
It's fucking the biggest scam in the entire world. Simple syrup. You know what simple syrup is? Simple syrup. It's sugar water. It's sugar water. It's mind blowing.
Olios found it. Olios found the beer.
No way.
Yes. Yes, dude. I knew it. I knew it was juice tart something. Juicy tart. Absolution. Where are they fucking from?
Alias for the fucking win. We were way off. How did he figure out what we didn't know? Shout out to Alias, man. Much love, Braj.
Dude, nice. Where's Absolution from?
I was just gonna guess L.A. or what, Bakersfield or Fresno or something, because it was at some shitty liquor store next to Pizza Port, Carlsbad Village.
Torrance. Yeah, you're right.
Torrance.
Basically, yeah. Basically,
Phenomenal
Long Beach
beer.
area.
Phenomenal beer. If we're going for the beer styles that we're talking about, this
Wow.
beer,
Good job, Alias, man. That's great investigation work.
good, dude, great. I am a god. Great work, detective. All right, I'm gonna do a shot of fuck. What time is it? 11:45. I want to drink towards Alias, and I want to
Yeah,
drink towards
I'll drink
Absolution. Is that still in circulation, or is that like a Google image?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll look it up.
$6.
Shit, dude, I'll find some. I'll bring it to
Okay,
you.
I'm on drink 1, 2, 3. This is
They
number
got
4.
it at, oh, it's a lactose beer. Fuck that.
Don't even put lactose on that. Don't even put lactose.
Why?
If you put it
But
like
why?
the smallest, finest print on that in the back, don't label it with that. Lactose used to be a selling point. If it's liability, put it on the back with like microscopic shit.
Like, why put it in beer? I've never had a lactose beer that was good.
Simple syrup for my shake and express. The key to simple syrup is just make it yourself. That's like, I don't know. Any which way. I'm going to get a drink and we're going to hear about your video tomorrow. PRB.
All right. Shout out Alias, finding it. That's awesome. What other, like, have you ever seen any other, like, candy or, like, iconic treats from our past made into beers? Like I mentioned, I had that one that was like Warhead beer it was actually like it super sour as well. It tasted like Warhead. But I'm trying to think of like what would be a good treat from the past to make into a beer? Like just pulling on the nostalgia strings. I mean, I love Dunkaroos, but I feel like I've seen a Dunkaroos beer before. Like Martin House or something. Somebody in like Austin, I feel like made that. Yeah, Martin House made this. I'll share this link, but oh, that's a long ass link. But what else? What else could we think of? Let's think of some ideas. Orbit. Well, I mentioned Orbits. If you don't remember Orbits drink. I'm going to send a link to this. Here we go. You guys remember Orbits? I think if I made an alcoholic Orbits that actually had the little like balls in it, the little like Orbits balls, I feel like that would be fucking insane. Like, how would you even do that? How did they even do that? What kind of science is involved in that? A Chilean gum, according to the Wikipedia page, the small balls floated due to their nearly equal density to the surrounding liquid, and they remained suspended with the assistance of Chilean gum. Chilean gum provided the support matrix and had the visual clarity approaching that of water, which increased with the addition of sugar. So what happens if I make a beer with Chilean gum? I think we got an idea. The structure of Chilean gum is a repeated unit of polymer, glucose. So basically, it just like has like a different or somewhat near density. Oh, Pop Rocks beer. That would be good. How would you make that into... Like, how would you bring Pop Rocks into a drink that doesn't just like dissolve instantly? Or like, you know, you want to get the effect of the Pop Rocks. That'd be hard. Laffy Taffy beer. I mean, you could go many ways with that. Sweet tart, sour, for sure. Yeah, like all these are good. Under that'd be good.
Hey, you want to hear
I'm
some
trying
good
to
news?
we're working on
Sorry.
like the next big thing. Like, what's the next big invention? Yes, Pop Rocks beer, Laffy Taffy. That looks like yeast, dude. That
No,
looks
I just kicked the sour batch.
Okay.
This is the bottom of it.
Dude, I
not
dropped
bad.
the link. I dropped a link in the chat
it's
to
pretty bad.
Orby. Do you remember that? Why
To
did I
what?
drop a link to my channel? What the fuck?
Here's how shit sells. It's got to have a cool label.
Orbeez.
Wait, are we talking about how do we start a trend as a home brewer? As a YouTube channel?
Well, you know,
It's just got
starts
to
with-
get well, it's got to be a viral video for us. And then the brewery would figure out a way to have the coolest label, sell the merch, something cool. Don't put lactose on it.
have you been watching any of the Tree House videos recently?
Treehouse, I love Treehouse. I talked to Noam. I talked to Olias about this daily, and we were talking about his last Instagram post a couple hours ago. I'm trying to figure out, he's like from a blimp or a helicopter. When people put out too much content, I understand that it's going to hit. Sooner or later, you're gonna get a video with Shine. But people say that, and we've talked about this. People say that content is king. I don't think so at all. I think less is more.
Yeah.
When you're like, hey, I'm going to put out a YouTube video every day, it's not going to be a great YouTube video. It's just not. I mean, people will watch it and it might hit the algorithm, but I'm not going to watch it and I'm not going to make it.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
And there's,
listen,
sorry.
I was just gonna say we have Marshall from Brulosvy's in the chat. Maybe
No,
he
he's
can,
not.
maybe he can give some insight to where the beer world is going.
Miller Lite all
Yeah.
day. Is Marshall really in here?
Yeah, he is.
I'm going to text him right now.
I can't
I'm
believe
going
nobody
to
remembers.
I'm going to put his
Orby.
phone number in the chat. I'm just going to text him Barrage. In the morning, he's going to be like, why the fuck do you text me Barrage? I was like, somebody lied and said you were in the chat last night. I was like, shit, man, I got nothing.
Sparger Brewing says Swedish Fish Cream Ale. Dude, I made a Swedish Fish sour.
But the thing about Swedish
Pretty
fish,
good.
it's like, what is Swedish fish? It's just a general.
Lingonberry.
It's just
and
a
sugar.
gummy bear. It's just nothing.
Yeah, it's
they have
sugar.
it's
basically.
sugar, right? There's nothing that I don't know. It is
It's
Marshall.
like it's like this freaking PB&J beer that you gave me. It's like it's straight sugar, man. Like the only way you can make
Hey, big shout out to Marshall. He really is in here, man.
the only way you can make like candy into beer really is to make it like super sweet, which is like what this beer did. It made a PB&J. It's not actually sour, but
Man, can we?
but
get
you're
a-
saying it's not actually beer. So
What just happened? Sorry, I was texting the Godfather himself. He's like
I'm just
Mitch
talking about,
from
like-
old school.
I
He's
was
like Luke
basically
Wilson.
just I was just talking about how like making like candies of our treats of our childhood, nostalgic things, but the only way you can truly make it is to make it sweet like you made or like they made this PB&J, you know?
Correct. I think where you're right and where you're wrong is that, yes, the childhood thing, 100%. But if there's things that compete too much, like really what's the difference between gummy bears and Swedish fish? There's really not. It's like what little kids resonate with. I think you have to pick something that stands out, like a sour apple beer, like a caramel salted sour apple beer. Now you're speaking my language.
Right. Yeah.
I loved it. I think a lot of people love it. I don't know if it's like a vegan or can you eat caramel? We ate
Caramel?
everything in the 90s. Caramel's what?
Yeah.
Like chocolate and sea salt? Like taffy?
Yeah. Sometimes it has butter, but yeah, usually it's like sugar. It's a caramelized sugar, right?
Yeah, and to hit it kind of the way we had that PB&J beer earlier, where it was like there was no real sour, right? We smelt the the peanut butter, it tasted like jam, and then it went back to peanut butter for the aftertaste. If you could pull that off with a sour apple beer, I think that video would get some shine. At the end of the day, man, like breweries are YouTubers. YouTubers are breweries. We're all just looking for that next thing.
We're all just influencers, man.
I'm just saying, if you make something and it tastes good, people are going to want to know about it. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's all I'm saying.
I think we're all after the same goal. We're just trying to figure out what's next.
Okay. Marshall, he says his setup requires some time, so not a good time, but he's going to be in the chat. Is he under Brulosophy?
He's just under Marshall.
The Marshall Mather LPs. He's under
Marshall.
Eminem. He's under.
He's like, right.
No,
He's
I
like
love
Madonna.
this. No,
He's like Madonna. It's just Marshall. No, I completely agree. But like,
Sour
I think
apple.
everyone's chasing the next thing. So it's like pull on nostalgia. You know what's gonna be? Is like pull on Gen A. So not Gen Z, but the generation after that, Gen A. Pull on their fucking get ready to pull on their strings. What are they into? What are they pining for?
I
from their
think
past?
I agree with that, but I also think like your taste buds tell the difference. Here's what I think, Brusho. I think we need to work backwards. Like, what are the most successful candies, and look at like the reverse. Like in the 1950s, they were just like a honey cracker or a honey crisp, and then they were like, "Oh, kids like this flavor." Oh, you know, it's even funnier. Kids like when that flavor is shaped like a banana, like a runt. You know, like let's just keep going. Hey, it tastes more like a banana if it looks like a banana.
So you're saying change the way that beer comes to us, change the shape of the can to a banana shape,
dude. All bartending is people working backwards. That's it. People go into places and they're like, okay, they see 20 cocktails, 20 ciders, 20 meads, 20 beers, and they're just overwhelmed. They don't know what to do with themselves. It's like, what do you typically drink? And they're like, well, I like something sweet and fruity, but I'm kind of, okay, so we'll start with that. Let's go back to, if you stare at it all day, you're going to fuck this lineup and no one's going to make money. Start with what you already know, and let's just tumbleweed backwards. Pop rocks. That might get some clicks just based off nostalgic. Like no one's done that before.
But like, how do you make that into like a drink that like has the same sensation?
It's a stick of dynamite that blows up. I don't know.
Or like when you crack the freaking pop.
pouch. Yeah,
there's some like mechanism that drops the pop rock.
Man, that's the $1 million question. What about the one where you hit that little sodium pouch, that little baking soda, and it looks like one of those kind of like Pop-Tarts and a baseball card pack had sex, and then you run and the thing slowly gets big and explodes. We used to hide behind cars.
What? Wait,
Someone's got to help me out. There was this little thing. It looked like baseball cards, but Pop-Tart. It was kind of loose, and you had this. You found like the spot in it, and you clicked it together, and it would get big. And if you didn't move fast enough, it would spray everybody. Someone in the chat will know what's up.
No, I have
if
no
there's
idea.
ever a better time than I needed elementary Brian, he knows exactly what I'm talking. Oh, dude, we used to like.
We used to like drink that.
Oh
shit,
man, like people were like, "Oh, I miss the '90s, this and that." I was like, I don't know, man. There was a lot of kids up to no good in the '90s.
Yeah, right.
A
lot of weird products too. Yeah.
Like doorbell ditching and window tapping and the infrared light. This whole family thought like they were going to get assassinated. We're just like running and hiding behind trees. Like, I don't know what it was called. The exploding bag.
So you like drank the little pack?
No, okay, so you bought the pack, but there was nothing edible about it. But on the front of it, it was like a cover, like a World War I or II like bomber fighter. It was like a dude with a leather jacket on, and you would just clinch it together and throw it, and we'd all watch. And it only blows out maybe 10 or 15 feet, but it was just like baking soda.
Oh, okay. Got it.
And but it could like freak somebody out, like you throw it in a classroom and teacher's like, what the fuck? I just remember it being a thing for a few years back in the early 90s.
Yeah.
No one's helping me out.
No, nobody knows.
Oh my fuck. Okay.
When I was in high school, they used to have these things called sports beans, and they were like little jelly beans, like like what do they call
Floating
those?
bag.
Like gummy bears, but you would eat them before like sports events. And now I'm wondering, is there like an
A
alcohol
bomb
version?
bag. It was
Bomb
called
bag?
a bomb bag. Okay. Sorry to cut you off, Trent.
No, you're fine.
Sometimes I feel like everyone should know this, but I'm the only one, and it makes me feel like I'm
Oh, yeah, dude. I see. I thought you were talking about like something you like consume. This is
No,
like a
I
fire.
said that. Okay, here we go. Here's the bomb bag. For all you bomb baggers at home out there, this one's for you.
That's you, bomb bag. Today's episode is brought to you by Bomb
Brought to
Bag.
you. You look beautiful. All right, here we go. Try the shrimp. That was it. Oh, these kids are pussies. No, they're cool. I thought they were going to step on it.
That's great. Fig Newton
Oh, these guys
pastry
are
chef.
these kids are cool as shit.
What are you watching? Like a video of them using it?
Yeah, click on the link.
Oh, okay. You
Next
know
thing
it's
you
a
know,
good
it's like
video.
the kid. No. Oh shit! It's moving.
Oh yeah.
Go, dude.
Why
Did
are
you
you
see
so
it?
close? Yeah,
Oh, that was perfect. These
that
kids
was
are
very anticlimactic.
bullshit. These kids are awesome. Oh, these kids did great. No, we used to run and hide. That was awesome. Oh, that just made my night. No, those kids ripped, man.
Shit.
Oh, dude, that was like.
I remember
mean,
when smoke bombs were cool.
Were those the ones that were like the little Corona bottles that smelled like shit,
Yeah.
or were those the stink bombs?
I was just thinking smoke bombs. They're like little like circles, and you just light them, and then you throw them in a mailbox.
I don't know. There was a lot of shit, man. Like the M80s, the garbanzo beans, and the American version. They had like the little white ones. You could just crack them in your fingers. The little
It's pop rocks or whatever.
pop rocks. Remember the real garbanzo beans though? You go down to Mexico and they come in like that hamster sod. You get 'em
No, I
like-
never. No, I didn't grow up in Southern California.
But you'd get it in like a lunchbox, or not a lunchbox, but like a paper bag, because they couldn't be too close together. But you threw it at the ground and it would like sizzle off.
Oh
It was-
yeah, the snake thing. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, they literally just looked like the Pop Rocks, but they were wrapped in like aluminum foil, but they would take off.
Oh damn.
Yeah. Man, it was wild, man. I remember, and I wouldn't even do this. I would, like, as a 38-year-old going down to Mexico as like a 10-year-old, we would light M80s, the waterproof ones, in our hands because I watched my cousins do it and I thought it was cool. And we would wait and we'd throw them up in the air and we'd throw them into the water, like throw them in the tide right there at night. And you'd wait 5 seconds and it would blow up like a little thing of water. I was like, that thing would have blown my hand off. That
Hand
thing
would be gone.
Hand would be gone. Hand would be gone. I'm afraid of fireworks as a 38-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at that age, you didn't know.
We didn't, dude. We would wait till the last minute, and I was like, I watched that guy do it, and nobody saw like a bad story, and there wasn't internet around to show us like a fucked up Google image, so we just like ran with it, and next thing you know, like we brought them all back to our place in Encinitas in San Diego, and every time we would blow these things up, the neighbors would call the cops because they thought it sounded like a shotgun. Dude, we were like 9-year-old kids.
Right.
It was wild. It was wild. Trying to be one of the boys.
Right. Yeah.
Lighting it's pretty much C4, right? Like it.
Yeah. Right.
And to like wait a little bit and be like a 9-year-old kid and throw it in the ocean at night, and then like sit there for 5 seconds because if you paid $5 extra, you got the waterproof M80.
Oh right.
Yeah, and a lot of them were duds, so you had to kind of like, I don't know, like really be patient and this and that. And nobody ended up with a scratch. Nobody blew their hand off. Nobody ear, eye, like nothing. And Yeah,
Those were
man.
the days, man. Those were the days.
No, and I remember going into a store like a tienda in Mexico. You know, everything in Mexico is the same. It's like they've got their furniture place. This guy sells that. Like every place is kind of the same when you're down at like a bazaar. Every guy's got one thing. And I remember seeing like M80s are probably the size of like a stack of probably like a stack of nickels, and then got the little thing that sticks out in the middle. But there was like a big one out there. I was like, Dad, we have to buy that M80. He's like, no, it's $250. And I was like, yeah, it's probably fake anyways. And my dad's like, no, it's not. Like they will sell that to us, you know, like that's like a damn near like roll of dynamite sticks. But to them, it's a third world country. It's
Right.
it's money, you know. It's there's really nothing illegal. This guy's trying to put, you know, meat and potatoes on the table. See some white guys driving down in a whatever Lexus SUV or a Ford Explorer SUV. I'm like, dude, like I'm getting pretty good at this lighting M80 things. Like, let's just get the mother load. I was like, no, like, that will literally like blow a room up.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, Marshall Mathers,
The
LP.
brewery hasn't like labeled all of their beers based on like firecrackers and shit from like.
Well, that was Spec Ops in San Diego that went out of business. That became
really?
They became the car company that went out of business. Right next to God, there's so many breweries you can't even remember. Spec Ops, dude. I don't know. I'm getting old.
Yeah.
I'm getting old. But we got a special guest in the chat tonight. We got Brulosfi out here. Much love, man. Appreciate that. He's out there. Him and Trent, California boys. He's out there.
I got to make my way up to Fresno.
Little Midwest. I've been to Tehachapi. Haven't been to Fresno. Haven't seen a Bulldogs game yet. They got some ballers to come through there, though, man. Ryan Matthews went there. Chargers first rounder.
Right. Yeah.
Quarterback for the Raiders. Am I right or am I wrong? Derek Carr?
I don't know. I don't follow. Oh, Derek Carr, he might be from that area. I don't know. Ryan Hansen from that area?
Nobody knows about your Packers ever since your boy left. No, I'm kidding. But
Dude, they're making a comeback.
Packers are?
They are, yeah.
You know who was making a good little comeback was the Vikings. And then they kind of...
Well, yeah, then Kirk Cousins got injured.
No, but that's what... And then Dobbs came in from UT and was killing it.
Yeah.
And then he won some weird, like... he was like Jamie Foxx from Any Given Sunday. I bought the hat, and now he's blowing it again. But I don't know. I think that division is going to go to the Lions.
We'll see. The Packers beat the Lions.
Derek Carr's with the Saints now. I forgot about that. Yeah, he's playing with Kamara, who was also a UT guy.
It's so weird.
Adams.
Like, it's so weird. Like, you know, when you follow the NFL and like, you know, these players from certain teams for so many years,
right?
And then you forget, like, oh wait, they're on like two teams different from now.
That's why college is better than the NFL because, like Jimmy Johnson said it best, the coach for the Dallas Cowboys and the Miami Hurricanes. He said back in the day, you could build a team. Pro sports were better. You could build a team and stick to this. But players in the NFL move around so much, and the teams move around. I don't have the Chargers anymore. The Oakland Raiders are in Vegas and this and that. Your college team changes every year, just like pro players now. But Fresno State will always be there. Notre Dame will always be there. UT will always be there. College sports are better than pro sports. And that's subjective and this and that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't agree with that because it's like...
Let's hear it.
I just feel like...
That's all the time we have, Brusho. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No, I just feel like I want to like... I'm more of like a team guy. So like I want to stick with my team. I want, you know, for years, you'll stick with the same team. Players will move in and out. But like with college, it's like, especially... You know, players that are like, if you're like a fan of like Ohio State, like your best players are leaving within a year.
2 years.
2 years. Yeah. So, but you're always good. So there is a trade-off there.
Right.
I don't know.
That's a good point. Who else has that Ohio State recruiting class? Alabama and USC? Or not USC anymore,
I mean,
That's a good
yeah.
point. Yeah, Ohio State's always in that. They had Ezekiel Elliott, Terrell Pryor. They always got like the guy, like the dude who
Right.
gets the most shine on Sports Center. They always got the guy, aside from Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow like stole
Dude,
Sports
Tim
Center for
Tebow.
like 3 years. Say what you want, man. Say what you
Talk
want.
about great college player though, Tim Tebow.
I hated him at the time, but looking back, I watched that the Gators documentary.
Yeah.
I forgot like how real. I mean, you're
Yeah.
talking like 3 years of almost going like back to back to back.
Yeah.
Who's done that?
Dude, I mentioned earlier that I worked for PepsiCo, but part of PepsiCo is Gatorade. And so like they would send us down to like Gainesville to like film like little films.
Can I interrupt you? Does Pepsi own Gatorade or does Gatorade own Pepsi?
Pepsi owns Gatorade.
Pepsi owns Gatorade.
Yeah. So
Okay.
like my main job was like I was working with Gatorade.
Okay.
So I would do a lot of sports documentaries and stuff like that. But like they would send us to Gainesville all the time, and I know you're like a Knoxville guy.
Dude, I
but
love Florida too.
I love Florida. Like
I
the
love Florida.
atmosphere down there is just like insane.
Dude,
And
Brandon Spikes.
I grew to like be like, okay, SEC football is like the real deal. Like
Oh yeah.
that made me like really fall for it.
Yeah. No, it's weird because when I was a Chargers fan, it was a 40-minute drive to Mission Valley. When I live in UT, like Nome's seen the campus. We haven't been on it. We've driven by it 100 times. All he has is seen the campus. It is 1 mile from my house. Any which way I go, like Knoxville's just weird. It's like a video game. It's like an RPG village. It really is.
Yeah.
It really is.
An RPG village.
It's literally like if you had downtown Encinitas, but no beach and a giant football team. That is just Knoxville. And and the cost of living was 1/5 of the price.
Yeah.
Yeah, that part.
And you're an NPC that lives in Knoxville.
You're what?
You're an NPC that lives in Knoxville?
A non-player control. Yeah.
Yeah. You're just selling your wares
Yeah.
to people on the street.
Love you, Elementary. We got to get you on. I know I want to get Brulosophy and Brian on. I know they've got families. It takes them a while to kind of just set up. Marshall prefers the NFL. It's kind of difficult for me because my team, skipped rocks.
Is he like Marshall? Is he like a 49ers fan based on where he lives?
Couldn't tell you, but I would go with either 49ers or
They look
Oakland.
good. They look good this year.
Cookout in K-Town. There's 2 cookouts. I got 2 cookouts. I got one on Kingston Pike, and I got one right next to the college. But like, hey, Trent, like I literally knew nothing about it. Like nothing about Knoxville. I was just screaming to get away from California. And I came out here and I was like, whoa, like Peyton Manning went to school here. And like most people from California think that Dolly Parton's like dead. She's out here and she's alive and kicking and just slay balling it, bro. Just killing it. And it's cool because like there's the ongoing question, if 3 people come to Knoxville, who's the biggest? Michael Jordan, Dolly Parton, or Peyton Manning? And I think it'd still be Michael Jordan, but not by a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you bring Michael Jordan into San Diego and Peyton Manning, Michael Jordan's going to win by a landslide.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean,
I do love those Manning casts, though. You ever watch the Monday Night Football?
I loved when he was talking shit about Joe Buck. Did you hear about that when he was talking about? Yeah, when he was like, I love Troy Aikman. He's always the best. And Joe Buck always comes in and says something stupid. The guy has no idea what he's talking about. I love Peyton Manning because they're they're that good old boy that's like nonchalant. They can kind of get away with it. I mean, they're Manning, so they have to really kind of watch what they say. They can't come out with like a rap album.
Right.
But they let it slip from time to time. You're like, you might get fined or whatever, but people are going to like you more for being real. I would imagine most players hate announcers in general, and especially Joe Buck. That made me happy.
Yeah, I love that.
That was a disgusting act of Randy Moss. Like he pretended to moon the crowd. Joe
Right,
Buck, you're
yeah.
like 35 at the time. You never been to a college party? Like, take it easy,
Right.
bro.
I just love that, like, when you watch like the Manning cast, like they half the time they're not really paying attention to the game.
They're not, and they're drinking, and they always put it in Boston Shakers. So you never, they don't show you if it's like Miller Lite or Bud Light or wine or whatever. They keep it.
Right.
Watch this. They put it in the stainless steel glass, so you have no idea what's going on.
Right.
There's no, there's no product placement. There's no supporting their homies. Like, you don't know what it is, and I love
Right.
that.
Yeah. It's good.
Marshall said Niners do look good. I hate it. So is he
he's
not?
a Seahawks fan.
He's a Seahawks fan. I love Marshawn Lynch, man. I do love Pete Carroll. I really do love Pete Carroll. I loved him at USC.
Yeah. See, I'm a Notre Dame fan, so
Yeah,
I'm not a Pete Carroll fan.
that was a great game. That was
God, the Bush push, man.
yeah, Brady Quinn and Matt Leinart and
Yeah.
the Bush push.
Yeah.
Who was the man on Notre Dame that year? Who was that white receiver with long hair that played on the Giants? Starting pitcher? Matt Samardzija?
Yeah, Samardzija.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
absolutely.
that was the
Played for
Brit.
Cubs, too. Yeah.
Played for the Cubs. He
Yeah.
was the real deal, man. That guy was an athlete.
Yeah, where did he go though? Samardzija. God, I haven't thought of that name in years.
What are you talking about? He was a starting pitcher.
For who?
The Giants for a long time.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He
Well, I was
quit
thinking
football.
NFL. I was
Yeah,
thinking
no,
NFL. Yeah.
No, but Brusho, if it ever comes down to football and baseball, you go baseball. Like, give me
Well,
a
yeah,
break.
the pay for sure.
Yeah. I love DJ
That's right.
Metcalf. Yeah. Were
That's
the
right.
Seahawks in that bullshit game when remember that one year where the Packers and the Seahawks, I think it was the Seahawks, but the refs went on what do you call it, boycott, or they gave up, and they hired all these shitty refs. And there was like
Seahawks won the playoff game.
I think the Seahawks did win, but they threw.
It was a toss up.
It was clearly an interception.
Yeah.
And Aaron Rodgers at the podium was being Aaron Rodgers. He was like, I'm just here so I won't get fined, pretty much doing his Marshawn Lynch impression. And I just remember Pete Carroll being like, yes, like so stoked. And hey, if I was on that side, I would have been the same way too. But anybody who knows what fair is and balance is and I don't know, tie goes to the runner and this and that, you're like, dude, I think these replacement refs are all going to get fired pretty much after this call.
Right.
I think
Yeah,
that's exactly what happened. They're like, well, that was the call, this and that. It's like, yeah, but they all got fired and had to like get shipped out of,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of like weird years with like Packers and Seahawks games. I feel like
Yeah.
there was like, remember that Hasselbeck? There was like an overtime game with Matt Hasselbeck, and he's like,
we want the
"We're
ball and
calling
we're going to
KO.
win it now.
We're gonna win."
Yeah.
And then he threw a pick. Yeah.
It wasn't Al Harris. It was the dude with dreadlocks, number 34 on the Packers.
Yeah.
And I remember him. I remember Al Harris. No, maybe I'm right. But I remember watching him in the postgame. He's like, I was looking at the quarterback running parallel with him, and I just knew to myself that there's no quarterback in this league that can run as fast as me. So I just kept like looking at him and doing the Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, it was Al Harris. It was Al Harris.
Harris.
For sure. Yeah.
And then there was that was the Sean Alexander era. Number 37, who went to Alabama. And there was that one really weird year, probably about 7 or 8 years ago, with the Packers and the Seahawks, where there was that big comeback. And I think the Seahawks, like Russell was scrambling right and just they were in the red zone and threw it across his body to the left and hit Marshawn in the flat. And he just kind of like walked and stomped in. You're like, that was a video game. That just was
right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That was a video game play. And that was a pretty epic comeback from Seattle. I think that might have been 2012 or 13.
Yeah.
And then they smoked Peyton Manning with Percy Harvin, and then they lost to Tom Brady because of that weird call at the end.
Yeah.
Second and goal on like the 2 with a timeout, and they throw a slant. The only reason Pete Carroll got off the hook on that is because he won the Super Bowl the year before. If this was like a Babe Ruth thing where they hadn't won in 100 years, Pete Carroll would not be in the NFL. He would not be employed. He'd be an analyst by now.
Right.
But like, yeah, Marshawn Lynch at that time, give me a better running back aside from maybe Adrian Peterson. You have a timeout. Just wild.
What? Yeah.
Wild.
It's so wild.
It's so wild. This coach gets paid $5 million a year. It's like the guy that just won the Madden tournament on.
Yeah, dude. You know the
This
Bush
guy
push
would've-
worked. Give
The
us
the Bush push. Get him on that Bush. We're naming our beer the Bush Push. Strawberry French toast IPA, baby. The Bush Push. Malcolm Butler.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. When you watch
Oh,
Malcolm
yeah,
Butler,
Noam's
he's crying his eyes out.
right? Yeah.
You know what, man? I grew up and all my friends hated Tom Brady. Like everybody hated Tom Brady. Like, deflate Kate. This guy's a cheater, this and that. I'm like, if you straight up, like you know talent when you see it. This guy, he's not a game genie. He's not a hack. He's not a code. This guy's fucking really good. Tom Brady is just really good. And just appreciate that you saw it in your lifetime. You know, you didn't see Joe Montana. You didn't see, Fran Tarkenton or
But we got to see
you didn't
Brock
see O.J.
Purdy,
Simpson.
so.
What's up?
We got to see Brock Purdy, so we're lucky in that way.
Dude, Brock Purdy is not that bad. I said it at the beginning of the year. I'm going with Bills and 49ers. Who you got? I'm sticking to my shit.
I don't think Bills are gonna make it. They're just like a tragic team that'll lose it. I mean, they lost like the Jets. Like
The thing about the AFC though, I think all the teams suck. I think Miami
That is true.
sucks.
The
and
AFC is
I
truly
think the
tough,
Chiefs suck. I think that Taylor Swift is fucking their whole mojo up.
but you can't count Patrick Mahomes out. You know, like when he plays well, he plays amazing.
Right, but you can't bank on somebody winning the Super Bowl every single year. He's won it like 3 in a row. No.
I don't know.
He beat the 49ers. He lost to the Buccaneers with Tom Brady, and he beat the Eagles. You can't be in the Super Bowl every single fucking year.
Is it the Cowboys' year?
No. I know. My beginning, I'm sticking with it, 49ers and Bills. If I'm going to go with something now, Eagles are definitely knocking on the door.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. AFC, Miami scares me.
Yeah, that's true.
The Chiefs scare me. The Jaguars scare me. I don't know how the Jaguars are like 8-3 or 8-4. Who's the other team? Who's winning the division?
The Ravens are doing well.
Right? I think it's going to be the Ravens. I'd go Ravens Eagles.
Yeah, I feel like they could definitely
Yeah.
make it. Yeah.
Ravens Eagles. Y'all went ahead and heard it here, man. Let's go Broncos. What was that?
Dude, it could happen. It
what
could
is that?
happen.
Broncos are coming back, man. Chargers still in it. I mean, the weirdest thing about the NFL is the shittiest teams in the league still win 5 games. They go like 5-11 or now 5-12. In college, in high school, the shittiest teams in the league go 0-15. Like the shittiest teams still have like a 40% chance of winning against the Ravens or the Dolphins. The NFL, man. I mean, they call it any given Sunday.
Yeah, that's true. Great
Thebrusho.
movie.
Yeah, remember when Tom Brady went 16-0, and then when John Kitna went 0-16 with the Lions, like the year before they got Megatron.
Right.
And like, well, statistically, there's been 2 16-0 teams, and there's been 1 0-16 team. So it's harder to actually go 0-16 than it is to go undefeated. Like, that's how competitive the NFL is.
Right. Even the Panthers got to win this year, man.
Panthers got to win. Panthers are going to have like 3 or 4 wins. And the fucking craziest thing about that, they'll beat like the 49ers or who's their division rival? Who's leading that division? That's a weird division. Falcons, Panthers, Saints.
And,
that's a weird division.
Yeah, that's a weird one. Falcons, Saints, Panthers,
Buccaneers.
Buccaneers. Yep.
Buccaneers.
So what? Buccaneers are the best in that division?
Couldn't name one player on that
Maybe.
team, bro. Couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it. But anyway, which way? Hey, what do you say? Let's get out of here. We did a 3-hour stream.
Yeah, this was fun, man. This was great. Yeah.
Love it, man. Do we need to? We don't need to take this down.
Only because of what Gnome Brewing said and Northwest Smallish Brewing said.
We're keeping this shit up. I don't give a shit anymore. Hey, man, I want to thank everybody for being here. Thebrusho. I'm actually going to try to edit for a little bit.
Yeah, I got to finish my video.
It's not going to work out that well, but I want to thank everybody for being here. Everybody who showed love in the chat. I see a lot of green over here. Juvenal, Sterling B. He makes a lot of money. We're going to bring that up forever and ever.
Yes.
Like the one thing you never say. Hey, I got a lot of money. Like, what do I do with it? I just got so much. Yeah, like how do
give it to me?
Hey, I like you. Like, how do I do more shit? Prusy, much love, Raj. Fresh Country
Dude, thanks
Ales.
for sending the beer, by the way. I'm stoked to like make this beer.
Yeah, I got to get it to Gnome and Alias, but I don't get a lot of that beer, so I don't know, enjoy it or don't enjoy it. But shoot the next can for the B-roll. That's my.
I will.
I know you were going to do that anyways.
I will.
All right, guys. Mega M Johan in South Africa. As long as the beer's wet, any style has a huge following. I love it. Knothead's the shit, man. Love all you guys, man. The poopies. All right, guys. I'm going to go back to editing and try not to break a camera, man. Everyone have a good night, man. Much love. And hopefully me and fucking Brusho stick up to our 2024 goals. More streams, more content. Bringing, doing shit outside of beer and then coming back to beer. And maybe hopefully we can bring some people into beer.
Let's do it.
Anything else, Brusho?
No, man. Go subscribe to Happy Hour.
Mup.
Just say it.